What motherfucking interweb? What's going down with you guys? Me and Flip Money in the building.
Yes, sir.
We in the building. What's going on? We got Dog on the side. You might hear him say some shit, but hey, we too legit to quit. But we here, man. Xbox Day One podcast. Everyone probably gonna come in when they feel like coming in. You know what I'm saying? Especially the person that wrote a whole novel. We're waiting for him.
Yeah. I swear I thought it was a love letter to Sony. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, yo, what is this? What is this? A love letter? I thought he was saying this was somebody said to Sony. You know what I'm saying? They was over there on their knees praying.
We got Young Chaos in the building. No, Chaos. He ain't Young Chaos. No, he's Chaos.
He ain't young no more.
He ain't young boy no more. He ain't the young boy no more. What's up? What you Chaos? Chaos might be at work. See, people.
That motherfucker ain't at work. That motherfucker home. They're playing that. He's on there playing that damn game. Out there in them streets fighting like he a fucking mutant and shit. Trying to say the mutant race and shit.
Somewhere jacking off, big ball.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
He beating his
I hope not. I hope not.
With his wet hands.
Yeah, I got some. The dog is in the building. He's in the background.
Hey,
so.
Y'all gonna get disrespected because I'm in the building, baby. You understand?
We talking about video games.
I don't know nothing about video games, but fuck all y'all. You understand?
Hey, my God. Hey.
It's going down. If you ain't saying the right thing, I'm coming in hard. You understand me?
I'm done.
Yes.
Junkie, what's up? Hey, we gotta meet up. We ain't got no E3. This Junkie, my man right here. We gotta meet up, my guy. We gotta go out. We gotta do what we used to do. We gotta go do the.
Well, nigga, if you can't get it together, nigga, y'all ain't gonna be doing shit. You understand me?
I didn't ask you.
Nigga, if you can't get it together, nigga, you don't even be doing nothing.
We gotta go. We gotta go bang. Ain't no E3 today. No E3 this year.
Fuck that nigga. Move on, man. You understand me?
Fuck you, a bitch ass nigga right now.
Oh shit.
Hey, I done told you about that calling me a bitch ass nigga. You're gonna have a problem, my nigga. You keep calling me a bitch ass nigga, we gonna have a problem, going. I'm gonna tell you, my nigga. You know what I mean? You need to let that shit go, nigga. We gonna have a fucking problem.
You gonna kill me?
If you can call me a bitch ass nigga again, nigga, we gonna cut all this shit off, my nigga. You understand me?
All right.
We gonna cut all this shit off, nigga.
All right. All right.
No, nigga. I'm gonna keep it gangster, my nigga. You let that bitch ass shit, nigga. I ain't never called you no bitch ass nigga ever.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I ain't never called you no bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
No, I never.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on, nigga. No.
Let's
move on, my nigga.
This shit going on tonight. Jesus. We going on. It's all a bunch of shit. Live wired punk ass. The host is live wired. Live wired.
Yo, what's good?
Yeah, they go to host with the most.
That's the host with the most. We was looking.
Man, what the fuck I come in here, nigga, over here, bone getting reprimanded.
Shit.
Y'all niggas crazy.
Nah,
it was good.
We good.
Hey man, you the host with the most. You got the love letter that you sent out. You know what I'm saying? That the pony was selling the Sony and shit. I thought that was a love letter you had. I mean, what the fuck is this? I thought it was a love letter.
All of them niggas go. This is your show, live wire.
Go ahead.
Hang on.
Nah, it was an itinerary.
Motherfucking essay.
So shit, nigga, I don't like essay, motherfucker. Shit.
Yeah, you wrote a fucking essay. This nigga made it. This nigga made a.
Yeah, you dancing up there.
So
shit, I can't look at it. You're gonna have to read it off.
I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
I can't look at it right now.
No, I want to shut the fuck up. This is between Hey, it's on live. This is live wire.
Yeah, just read off what it says, and then we'll just go into discussion on that because I can't see it.
Yeah, so you go, and you handle this show, and I'll step in when I feel like I was disrespected or I don't like the comments you say. Other than that, this is live wire, and
It's a story of a lovely lady. Oh man, shit, crazy shit. Let's go off. Okay, we can start off the rise and fall of VR2. That's the first
Okay,
topic.
yeah.
While Microsoft, it was Microsoft right on choosing picking cloud gaming over the VR gaming. There you go.
Well, I'll give my points on it first, and then I'll let y'all jump in. It's a gamble, bro. This is like everything that they do and choose is a gamble. You never know 100% whether or not something's gonna hit or not. You know, I think Microsoft basically took the option that they said it made the most sense for them. You know, like they have access to all these servers, so for them it's an easy thing to do. And I'm gonna I'll rephrase that. I want to say easy because you're talking about billions of dollars that go into having these servers, but it's multi-purposed. So those servers for all this cloud shit, it's not just
Mm-hmm.
used for video games, it's used for other shit too. Whereas VR is really, yes, it could be mainly used for video games, but then you got to figure out how they're going to repurpose it for other things, which is why the HoloLens, you know, it's not really made for retail, for regular customers, for industry. Those are the motherfuckers that use the HoloLens, right? Because that device is a B2B device. It's not a B2C, it's a B2B. So therefore, they're only selling it to other businesses right now. Now, uh, did Phil make the right choice? Like I said, I believe yes, but I also believe it's a bit of a luck. It's similar to uh, like people talking about the Switch. But prior to the Switch coming out, a lot of people said that shit was gonna fail because it wasn't powerful. I mean, it wasn't as powerful as the current gen consoles of at that time, which was the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. So it's weaker than those two, and it's portable. It's not a standard console that you sit at home. So they're like, well, this isn't a real console. This is just another handheld, and people didn't believe in this shit. You know, until they came out with the games, and then at the end of the day, nobody gave a fuck. Even to this day, you still got games that come out. They don't run at whatever the frame rate is. They don't have the best visuals, but motherfuckers still go out and buy that shit because at the end of the day, the gameplay is king. You know, as much as a Forspoken looks better. I mean, won't even say Forspoken. As much as The Last of Us looks better than Zelda, The Last of Us will never sell more than Zelda. It just won't. The appeal isn't there. The gameplay isn't there. Visually, it looks better. Like you're gonna look at The Last of Us and then look at Zelda and say, well, Last of Us doesn't graphically look better. Obviously, it does, but there's a thing called art style, and that's where preference comes in. Because at the end of the day, you know, how they say it's the eye of the beholder, right?
Right.
So, you know, like if you like Into the Spider Verse, I think Into the Spider Verse is a amazing looking animated movie. Some people like it, some people don't, because some people don't like the fact that it has the art style that mimics a comic book, and they're like, oh, why would they do that? Even though it's a movie based on a comic book, I get the premise behind it, but some people just don't. Like they just can't wrap their head around it. It just doesn't make sense to them. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna please everybody, but even with that being said, Nintendo has found a way. And for Microsoft, look, they're not as good as Stadia, um, as far as like tech wise at this point, but they just have more software. I mean, out of all the cloud services, they just got more software. So that's what really keeps them moving. And their cloud is more of an option. It's not really like the only option. It's an option. You know, I don't know, but what you think, Flip?
Bone, you want to say anything before I jump in? Because I'm gonna do a little quicker comparison. Okay. So,
Oh shit, this motherfucker about to
well,
go. I
well,
know where you going, but go ahead.
well, yeah, you know what I'm about to do a little comparison with.
Yeah, I know.
It's not so big, but my comparison is, I do I agree with Microsoft, John? Of course I do, because it makes sense. It's no different than, okay, I get it. Sony probably figured, oh, okay, when Sony first came out with their VR, it sold, but it ain't sold as much as the Kinect. Now, the reason why I like to make this comparison is the simple fact it's showing you the difference between uh Microsoft thinking forward and pushing gaming compared to what Sony is doing thinking forward. Like you said, it's a gamble. They bet on that and thought that maybe VR was the thing, was the place to go because they seen PC people. What was that? The HT Vive or whatever, and the Oculus and stuff. How advanced they were compared to what you seeing with Sony have on a console. They gamble and they gamble wrong. Consider had like Microsoft did with the Kinect. They gamble and they hit it. They, as they say, they struck lightning in the bottle. It would have hit twice. I still believe, like a lot of people, if Microsoft would have sold it separately, they would have had a better chance and lowered the price. I still believe that. I still even think that it's somehow, some way, from the love of God, from Mount Olympus, that if they would have did it right again and made the device more affordable and smaller and stuff like that, and a smaller device, I think it probably would have still worked this generation, depending on how you do it. You know what I'm saying? How they would had to set that up, because we know it's cost money and all that stuff, and that technology of the Kinect was way advanced. The first one and the second one. Sony thought everybody was going to jump on that hype train with VR, and it failed. They fucked up. And we all know Sony always doing the same thing, trying to copy and paste off of somebody else. Now we see right now that shows that wasn't the right thing to do for Sony to do, to hit VR. That wasn't the way to go. There was no, it didn't make no sense for them to even try that. They jumped in too soon. What they tried to do, they tried to overdo Microsoft. That's what they tried to do with VR. Maybe we could jump on the ball with the VR thing real quick. You know what I'm saying? We could beat Microsoft before they tried to get into it. You know what I'm saying? We can be the first console out there with as what they thought was affordable into playing stuff. See, that's why I don't understand how you jump on Microsoft about to Kinect, but how much is the VR?
That shit is
For
hang on.
it's like
I ain't talking
550.
shit. I ain't said shit.
Go ahead, speak.
The motherfucker's $518, and you gotta buy another console that's $518. So
yeah,
who gonna invest? You don't have a bigger. And you know what? I don't know why we talked about this shit last week. Fuck VR. It's dead.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, though, right?
It's dead. No,
that is dead.
Why I came in late.
Well, nigga, when y'all nigga be sleeping a party, y'all we wouldn't have to talk about it.
I wire like Casey and JoJo right now. I want you
Hey,
to
man, listen, but hold on, Bone. Just like what you just said is dead. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the fact that they tried to do something that wasn't going to work, that didn't work. Think about it. They bet on cloud gaming. Cloud gaming works. It's better. I'm just saying, like, looking at the different. I get it with the AR other thing, but that's the government and all types of stuff where that works at for them. on that part of the deal. But like far as the console, they messed up. Now,
Give
now
you
look
know
at
what
what
I'm
we
saying?
have
250
now.
right now and get some AR glasses.
Yeah, well, I think this from what I see is
I don't
you're
want
gonna
to
we're gonna
run
mixed
down.
reality is gonna be the key from what I see. Um, but it
But
has to
that,
be cheap. It has to be
yep,
cheaper,
yep.
and this is where Sony messed up. They went for top of the line, most graphical. That's what they went. That's one of the biggest mistakes. You're
Yeah.
learning. You really don't even understand how to make games properly for this thing, right? They don't. They like something is a climbing simulator. Like look, you got Horizon, whatever the game is, right? You're climbing and you're shooting a bow, right? Is that the most entertaining thing to do? Not really. Not really. So it was like, and you're stuck in this space, right? Yes, it maps out to your room so you can like, see around if you're gonna bump into something. But other than that, you're pretty much closed off to the world, and that's the biggest mistake. Like for you to be able to get immersed in this game, you have to be cut off from the world. That's just not gonna work. AR is the key. They would have been better off with having the Nintendo Switch type, you know, strength in the headset, but have this headset be cheaper, maybe at the most $200,
Let me
right?
ask you this. Let me
That
ask
you
you
can
this,
like
Lyle.
literally walk around with.
Let me ask you this, Lyle.
Mhm.
What graphically looked it better?
As far as
What the Connect was doing, or with the VR that Sony had? Because I'm curious.
it probably the same at this point
Okay.
because VR was kind of trash for the PS4, and now it looks better. It looks more presentable. And actually, some games do look pretty good. Like GT, was it GT7? GT7, the reason why it looks so terrible, like versus Forza, is because it really wasn't built with Forza. I mean, with the regular, what do you call it, pancake mode in mind. It was meant for VR, which is why they always showed it in cockpit mode. Because think about it, never, ever, 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 ever has a racing game ever been just shown in cockpit mode as a trailer or demo. Never. But GT7 was. Like to the point that we were sitting there like, damn, are they ever gonna show what the fuck the game looks like like on the outside the cockpit? And you didn't see that shit until after the game released, and they were like, God damn, this shit look terrible. But inside the car, it's amazing because that's how they designed the game. It's mainly designed for the PSVR. But the problem is like shit. Imagine if that was like Forza, right? We got
Hmm.
this the Forza Horizon 5 came out, and the only thing you saw is inside the car. You're like, all right, I guess, but like, I don't drive like that. Like, so is that how you drive? You drive cockpit mode? I mean, I know people with steering wheels do, and that's great for them, and people who do drive with sim, but I'm just trying to drive it like a regular old racer. So I don't give a fuck about cockpit mode. So why are you showing me only cockpit mode? And then you get it, and that shit look like, a fucking don't even look as good as Forza Horizon. I mean, Forza 5. That shit look like GT3 or whatever the fuck. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So
I
but
think
again, they chose VR. I don't know. I don't they chose VR for whatever reason. Like the other
told
shit
you
looks
they.
okay.
I told you they thought VR was going to be a hit, and they jumped on it too quick. I
Yeah.
mean, five
And
hundred dollars for a VR 2. Even when the first VR came out, it was too much compared to how much the Connect $100 peripheral was.
well,
And
yeah,
now
because
you're
if you
saying like they almost the same now on visual. Who you think getting ripped off?
because the problem this is the you have two problems. You got one problem that the tech is expensive, so therefore you're not going to guarantee that your product gets as many eyes as possible. That's one. Two, not connected to any service. So now everybody has to buy each one of these games individually. So there's no guarantee that people even buy your fucking game, even if they do have a headset. Then you
Mm-hmm.
have three,
Mm-hmm.
tech. People are still learning how to utilize the tech. So some games are good and some games are shit. It ain't no different than when we had to connect. Some games were good and some games were shit, you know. But they were learning how to do the tech at that time. So this and they're still learning this for VR. Like for every oh no Alex, not oh no Alex, what the hell? What's the name of that fucking game? Alex, something Alex. Half like Alex. For every life Alex, you have a fucking what's that terrible ass VR game that motherfuckers was talking shit about that you just make sandwiches and shit. Oh, I can't fucking
Well, I
remember that
don't
shit.
know. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know the VR
Yeah,
game.
but whatever. That bullshit. Like you just be doing dumb shit. Like Job Simulator, I think it was called. Like so, for every Half Life Alex, you have a Job Simulator. All right, you know, and that's and for people that are super enthusiasts, that's good enough for them. They don't care if it's only a handful. Like my cousin has the Quest, and they have more games than the PlayStation.
I just see my little cousin with the Quest too. I said
Yeah,
somebody must like you to buy that for you.
but even him, and he was super. He got that shit. And he was, oh, you got to play it. 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 And they play it, and when they first get it, but then a month later, they don't be on that shit because even when you think about playing it, you be like, oh shit, I got to put the headset on. I gotta adjust now. Now, mind you, this is with the Quest. There ain't no wires involved. You just putting the headset on, so it's easier
All right.
to jump into that versus the PlayStation shit where you gotta put the headset on, gotta turn the headset on, gotta might be mindful of the wires, and you also gotta turn the PlayStation 5 on. See what I'm saying? So there's way more other shit going on. But my thing is like I don't think VR is gonna be it. VR is gonna be cool for those. I don't think it'll just completely go away, but I just don't see it becoming a mass thing. I think AR is the thing. I think AR is way more appealing to the simple fact that like a lot of the shit we saw with HoloLens. Like imagine you get AR glasses, right? Say it costs $150 for AR glasses, and they give you a function like, all right, it functions as AR and sunglasses. So when the sun is shining, it's not blinding. I mean, because kind of defeats the purpose if you can't wear the shit in the sun. You know what I mean? If you're gonna, be fucking squinting the whole goddamn time.
I can see
So,
that. Like
so
if
you
you're in the
got,
crib and you open up your curtain and stuff, and you're trying to look at it, I can see that's messing with it. That light and
yeah,
stuff messing with what
that's
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying. So it has to be
Mm-hmm.
refined. It has to have the same dimming features like people have with you know, uh, their sunglasses now, where when the sun shines on their glasses, it, you know, uh,
It get dark
the
like
lens get the lens, yeah,
like the
yeah,
lenses
whatever
I
they call
had.
it,
They transitional. Like when the
yeah,
light hit, it gets dark. I see what you're saying. That's
yeah.
that
So
they
they gotta have
definitely
that.
can add
They
that
gotta have
into that.
they gotta have that. They gotta have speakers inside the doggone arms of the glasses. Doesn't have to be super loud, just loud enough for you to be able to hear them, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you got that. So now you can do shit like have a conversation with somebody while walking, right? They can't necessarily see you, but you can see them if they're doing video chat, or if they're walking and they want to turn on their camera and they have the glasses too, you can see where they're at, and in the little side mirror as the same as they can see you, right? Or you could have a VR pet in your house or something like that. You come inside, you could have the same functions where you could do that whole big TV screen shit. You could have the same
Mm-hmm.
function where you link your controller to your AR glasses, and then you could play video games via the cloud. So you don't need a console. It literally just goes from your AR glasses straight to the cloud to your controller, and you're just playing it that way, right?
I can see
That's
that. You know,
that's the
yeah.
shit. That's the shit that the VR shit, that PSVR shit, it ain't that. So it's not gonna sell. Like I need something like that. I need to be able to play catch outside with a VR with a VR ball. Something simple. Like that's a simple game. But motherfuckers get so much gameplay out of that shit. Bro, you could be outside playing catch with a VR ball and everybody got glasses on, or playing VR archery outside with where the signs are just set up in VR and everybody can see it and they out there just shooting. You see what I'm saying? Like these little mini games, but these shits go a long way. Cause bro, think about the biggest games that are on our cell phone. Candy Crush. That shit ain't complicated, bro. That
Or
shit's not a complicated.
I can see that. Yeah, you're
You
right.
see?
You know what? That
You see
make
what I'm
I can
saying?
right because
And
I can see
and
myself
and
with the controller with Candy Crush connecting. All the candies and colors and stuff. Like, yo,
bro, and
damn.
then and this is what I'm saying. You can make millionaires and billionaires off of that device. It's bro, you gotta have so much money for the PSVR to one invest in it, and then nobody's gonna buy your game unless it's a top tier graphical game. Because remind you, this PSVR 2 is being sold on off of the concept of this is supposed to be a super graphical jump from the PSVR 1, right? But they're not
Man,
really talking about gameplay. They're talking about, oh, when you put your hand in the water, you can feel the rumbles from the controller in the water. Yeah, that's all well and good, but at the end of the day, is the game fun? Like you trying to give me this false sense of realism. I just want to know, is the shit fun? You see what I'm saying? Like I
right.
want to be able. Why can't I go out and play in the park and we all play Mario and fucking the boxes are set up and we just jump in the air. We all have like white gloves on, punching boxes and shit, and then throwing fireballs at each other or doing whatever else. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's something that could be a very simple, small mini game. It's something that could blow up the internet just because motherfuckers is just having a good time playing that shit. But PSVR isn't that. It's super isolating. You got to be at home. You got to be. You can't go nowhere, bro. Like I'm just saying, like for this alternate or mixed reality to be what they want it to be, bro. It has to be untethered, and you have to have freedom to be able to go where you want with it.
I think you said it best when you said like how you see with Nintendo and
Bro,
Nintendo Switch. Like when the
it's
dude was in that
super simple,
and,
bro.
and the dude was in the airport. I'm not saying you'll do that. I mean, what with AR, I can see that's something because you still are self-aware of your surrounding. You
Yeah,
still can see who's around you, and you just playing that
exactly.
joint. I can see
Exactly.
that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like that's the thing. It's like, and motherfuckers can't act like, oh well, what if you're in AR and you're playing a game and you bump into somebody? Motherfucker, you ain't never seen motherfuckers play catch with a football somewhere. The same shit can happen that way. Like it's the same shit. You just gotta have common sense. Like, yo, how about you find an area where motherfuckers ain't at? Don't be an idiot. You know what I mean? But the thing is like, bro, there's a ton of possibilities with it. It's just that AR is just a little bit more complicated. VR is easier to do. That's the reason, because it's easier to tether you to a console, and then run the game through there, and you're basically just looking through your glasses on a controller. It's much harder to do AR glass because one, you got to have multiple cameras in that bitch. Because you're not just having one camera look forward. You got to have cameras that are also pretty much all multiple cameras around the brim of the glasses, so it could look down on your person, so it could see what your hands are doing.
I can see
Right?
that working with. I can see it working with even if it had to have. See, that's the good thing about having a phone. I can see you can have it sitting there playing that game or whatever like that, and it being it's not being tethered or whatever to your console. That and I'm sitting there thinking, well, damn, even if they was using a cloud on that,
Bro,
but you would probably need the internet. You could use your phone internet. Be honest with you, and use that joint like that. I can
bro, you
see
could
that.
think about it. It would be the ultimate Christmas gift. You go out and buy these glasses, maybe at like 150 bucks. Give it to your moms or your grandparents and yourself. You go over there, play them in some chess. Y'all can play Monopoly, all on the tabletop. Everybody got their turn and all that shit. You can look in your hand. You can see all your money, but nobody else can see the money you got. You can play
You know what
spades
else?
that way.
You
You
know
see what
what
I'm
else you
saying?
can do?
See what I'm
You know,
saying? Like, yo,
you
You
know
know
what else
what?
you can
Y'all
do?
some of the dumbest ass things. Ain't nobody paying no $150 for no AR glasses.
Why not?
yeah,
They
If it don't
not.
cost that much.
motherfuckers paid two something or three something for them Google
Niggas ain't
glasses.
paying no fucking $150 for no AR glasses to go play no fucking chess with
Ain't
their
nobody saying
parents.
only playing chess.
That's
Hold on,
that's
Bone.
that's
Hold on, Bone. You can't say that because how much did you pay for your Oculus? To play what?
Mm-hmm.
To play card
Yep.
games and stuff on there. Yeah. How
yeah,
much
but
did
I
you pay
got
for
other
the
games I
Oculus?
can play. I can play Star
You
Wars. I can
know,
play
yeah,
a whole
okay,
lot
but
of
but
shit.
but that's not what he's just saying is that you can play that on AR too. But he's just saying
I
the
don't want to
application.
walk around and play no motherfucking chess.
Yo, Flip. This motherfucker gonna play Star
He
Wars
won't play.
VR.
I
No,
know.
listen,
I'm
listen to
not
this.
listening to him because I
Look,
guarantee you, if they had that thing right now ready to go at an affordable price, looking as good as it look or whatever,
You
he'd be the
know I'm
first
gonna buy.
motherfucker on
I
there.
buy
Oh my
every
yo,
goddamn
hey,
thing. Don't
hey,
we?
hey,
Don't we
hey,
buy?
hey,
Don't we
Flip,
buy everything?
did you get your AR? Yeah, I got my AR. Yo, let's play a game real
Don't we
quick.
go?
I
I
guarantee
know.
you, he'd be
Actually,
the first one right
I
there.
saw
Flip,
Oh my,
something
Flip,
let's
today.
play it.
Flip. Imagine this: you got two cats in the park, and a motherfucker start playing Star Wars with Vader versus Luke Skywalker. You can have a controller in your hand that works as a lightsaber, or you could just have nothing in your hand. It's up to
Right,
you. You choose,
right.
right? Motherfuckers that you know, you tell me people ain't gonna be out there just doing just that, and that would just be like a Star Wars app. It don't only gotta be nothing complicated. Just lightsabers. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be doing all kinds of crazy shit. You know how much they pay to fucking have a lightsaber to build an actual lightsaber? Them shits be costing like $1,000 for the real expensive ones, the custom ones. Not that shit you be buying at Disney World for like $100, $200.
Bone be the first one. Hey, other thing, Goodwill. If Microsoft had that AR joint like that set up and they're
I'm not
looking at
looking at
night,
that. I'm
Bone
not
to be
looking
the
at.
first one with it. Be the first one with it.
Listen,
Playing that thing, playing Star Wars, talking about I'm a great Jedi.
listen, Flip. You would sell at least a couple hundred thousand. However many it is of the motherfuckers that are signed up to the Jedi. What is it, the Jedi Academy? That be doing
Yeah.
them fight coordination and shit. Man,
Uh-huh.
those motherfuckers would jump on that shit in a heartbeat, bro. They lose their goddamn mind. Especially if everybody who has AR glasses, not only could they see themselves, but they could see you actually with the lightsaber as well. What? They would go crazy, bro.
No, I think he would, because he think he a Jedi now. Bone think he a Jedi now. When we
Hey,
talking about he a great, he a bending Jedi. Nah, nigga,
Shit.
I'm
hey,
every time we talk about the
next
dark
week.
side, we
Hey,
talking about
Shit.
next
I'm a
You know
nobody
what?
ain't
Number
gonna have
one,
a
Bone is
surprise.
full of shit because
This is the
he
flipping
be the
live
first
shit.
nigga who got a fucking
This is
imaginary
the
bitch
flipping
walking around
live
his
shit.
ass. His house naked and shit. It was like, oh shit, Flip. I gotta
Hey,
hang up my
no,
bitch getting on my nerves.
ladies
I'm
and
like,
gentlemen,
bitch,
girls
what
and
girl I got?
hoes,
He was like, this
eyes and
nigga got an
bitches.
imaginary
This
bitch.
yo,
is the
You got an
live.
what did
imaginary
you
bitch.
say? Did you just hear what he said? He said you gonna be on AR with an imaginary chick.
So hey, next week,
This nigga gonna be
live
in
on
town
the
fucking a
internet,
cantaloupe.
it's the
Next week.
fucking flipping live wire show. They good. They don't need me.
Stupid.
But
But I mean, but nevertheless, we're just saying Microsoft made it a bet right. They took a gamble on the right thing, unlike Sony. They took a gamble on cloud gaming. They did, and the benefit that rewards for them is I don't know, is out of this world by doing cloud gaming. I mean,
Bro,
is it perfect? No, but
no.
they see that where this is going,
hmm
ching ching,
Yo, because you know what the biggest benefit for that is,
yo.
bro. If AR hit, where's that shit going? Cloud gaming is gonna be first place. That Xbox Game Pass is gonna be straight in that AR shit.
Yep.
AR gonna get somebody killed. They're gonna get by a car.
How the fuck, nigga?
No,
You
y'all don't
still
remember what you call? Hang on, the Mario joint. Let me get my drunk ass up. Remember when they was doing that little Mario shit or that Pokemon shit?
this nigga, man.
This nigga did he
Wait,
just
hold up, Bone. You never played basketball when you was a kid?
Yes, I did.
Did the ball ever roll in the street?
Yes,
Did your dumb ass go diving in the street for the ball?
it depends.
Or did you wait until the cars moved?
It depends.
All right then. You're still
Right.
here, so I assume you waited.
It depends what pimp.
Yo, Bone. Listen.
No.
You know what that's called? Order of natural selection. If your ass is too dumb to realize that you chasing after an imaginary Pokemon and get hit by a car, then oh well. God bless. Say less. See you on the crossroads, my nigga. Like what the fuck you want? I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Yeah. Well, all right, let's go to the next. Let's go to the next topic.
See you at the crossroads.
The next show is going to be the Live Wire Flip Money show.
All right, hold on. All right. Let me see what your next topic is. Your next topic is they're gonna punish you. All right. But Bone might like this topic.
Fuck up.
He might like this topic. We're good, Punisher. Yes, Bone. Yes, they are. They bugging the fuck out again over Redfall gameplay. That the ponies are bugging it out. They're saying that Redfall GP is trash. They just talking crazy stuff. I guess they don't like the. Hold on, what you put down here?
They said Redfall's Game Pass trash.
Oh yeah, Game
So y'all want to sound like
Game Pass. No.
Talk right now. I'm gonna shut up at the end.
Go ahead, eat. Go eat.
So y'all want to sound like a bunch of regular guys?
Hey, go ahead.
Regular guys.
Oh, listen. We're gonna go left after these little behind
topics. I ain't going left. I know. I look.
All right, well then go eat then, nigga. Shit.
No, well, why we gotta go? Why we gotta do what everybody else do?
Hey, we ain't doing what everybody else do. We still
doing it right now. We talk about their subjects. There's other subjects out there we can talk about.
What?
But that's why.
So go ahead, Live.
These ain't they subjects. I pulled these shits right off of Twitter because I saw motherfuckers going crazy. I ain't looking at nobody podcast.
Yep. We talking about how crazy.
I don't give a fuck what niggas doing on their podcast. That's not how I do.
This is y'all podcast. So y'all have it. I love it because I ain't got to stress over it.
Listen.
All right, so Punisher, what do you think, Punisher? These ponies still bugging out over the new gameplay and that Redfall on Game Pass is trash and stuff. I'm saying, what do you think?
So you know what? I think it's funny. Because not too long ago, when these same dudes the ones defending what was that, Forspoken? Yeah, defending Forspoken. Hell, just last week they were just crying, talking about how Microsoft, when they bought ZeniMax, they blocked it from PlayStation. They were just crying about that. and now all of a sudden this week the game is trash
That's because these
off
niggas is
of a
bipolar.
3-minute Twitter video from IGN of all people. And I don't know what
Yo,
the fuck going on with IGN. Them people over there cannot play video games. I'm sorry.
yeah. Well,
They
they
are
was
fucking
talking,
trash.
but they was talking about. All right, so they was talking about like how some of the like the gameplay was mad confused. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I couldn't even, I was like, yo, is he trying? Like, what's he trying to do? Like, I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do. Like, he's running from the guy, but he's like all over the place. He ain't no
Yeah,
rhyme or
he's not
reason.
even helping his
Oh, well,
teammates.
I
His
say
teammates
he.
getting
It
killed.
might
He
have been a
running
she.
around
I
in
don't know.
circles and shit.
I don't know if
Right.
it was a he or a she. We gonna call them. They gonna be
Call
days.
them it.
They motherfuckers. I don't know what they was doing.
The humanoid.
Yeah, the
Now we're gonna call them
humanoids.
non-binary. Fuck it.
Non-binary.
Oh
Yeah, okay,
hell
whichever.
no,
The
hell
not
no,
the non-binary
oh hell
binary
no.
six. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Like I
Uh,
don't know.
oh my
Like
god, they
I
gonna make
don't know
your
what
head
they was doing, man. Anyway, the gameplay was type trash, but they were saying how the AI wasn't responding, like it wasn't being aggressive. Now, see, I don't like again, I don't know what they were doing, and maybe it was buggy. You know what I mean? It's possible. You know what I mean? But I know because I played a shit ton of Deathloop. The AI in Deathloop wasn't like the super aggressive AI that could just instantly kill you. It's not. That's not how. Actually, that in all arcane games, that's not how any of the AI works. Like you have top tier AI, which again, it's not super smart. It's more so that you have levels of difficulty as far as like their abilities and you know how difficult it is to take them down. That's how they basically gear up their AI because it's more like they want you to feel powerful, but they just throw more NPCs at you in order to challenge you. So, but that's how Arcane has always done. If you look at it, Prey, same way. If you look at Dishonored, same way. You know what I mean? But
Hold on, Arcane made what? They made whatchamacallit?
well, the
Deathloop?
Arcane, yeah. So no. So yes and no. Like the one that
Yeah,
made
one of the
Deathloop,
studios. Yeah.
yeah, the studio that made Deathloop made Dishonored. Because I had an argument with this pony today talking about they shouldn't have made Redfall. They should have made Dishonored. Well, motherfucker, there's you have Arcane, um, was it Leon, and you have Arcane Austin. They're two different studios. So one does the Dishonored series, and they did Deathloop, and one does the Prey series, and now they're doing Redfall. Those
You know what?
two different studios.
I think the only way the pony would be happy about something like let's say with Redfall if they had it. Even if they had Redfall and stuff like that, I don't think they'd be happy. I think the only way they'd be happy if they can lick the fucking controller and put the other one on between their butt cheek and let it vibrate.
Well, no, look, ponies only like look, man. We
I'm
we've
just
learned
saying.
we learned from Forspoken how as terrible as that game looked, and in that game was sub whatever the fuck it was. It was looking worse than what they said Quantum Break was looking, and they was over there capping for that shit. So it has nothing to do with the graphics. If the Sony logo's on that bitch and they think it looks good enough, they gonna cap for that shit.
Listen,
You
I'm
know.
telling you, if that shit don't vibrate their butt cheek, they ain't gonna like it. I'm telling you.
No, I think the only
I
reason it
mean,
was
because think
kept for
about it. Because
Forspoken
think, cause,
was it was exclusive.
and think about how deep it runs with those with the that ponyology, right? You can have a motherfucker full blown racist, one step away from wearing a hood, capping for Forspoken with a black woman as the lead, just because it's made by Sony. You know what I mean? Like,
Sony, you saying them ponies? Sony's so powerful to them ponies that they can end racism.
hey man, hey man.
At least they doing something right.
I'm
Listen,
done.
man. Listen.
I'm
Listen.
done, yo.
A pony. A nigga a dude that's a pony that's part of the Ku Klux Klan will fucking kiss a black woman on the mouth, and she's a fucking pony too. But she gotta be talking all that shit. She can't be no
Yeah.
pony that sits in the middle. Nah, she gotta be talking all that good shit. All the beats that the pony's like. Xbox is trash. Game Pass is trash. Phil Spencer is bad for gaming. Xbox is bad for gaming. Microsoft is bad for gaming. She got to be saying all that wild shit.
I can see
Then,
that now.
then,
Fuck,
then,
God
then,
damn it, I love this color person.
and,
See,
and
that's
then,
the smart ass
and
color
then,
person.
Imagine that the kid in school, right? And be like, oh yeah, my mom is black, but my father's a known KKK member.
hell yeah. Hey,
He's
man,
gonna be looking
hey,
at, he's gonna look at him weird, like what the hell?
My mom is
hey,
black, but my
that
dad
shit,
is a pony. Hell no.
that shit will make the saltiest of gamers fucking want to fuck with a black girl. No
Damn.
pun intended, but maybe.
You talking about somebody black hate they own goddamn race. I can't stand them damn color person. That's
Oh
right,
hell yeah,
baby.
they
I
got
don't
the
like them
most Uncle
color
Ramuses out
person.
there. Yeah, this,
Yo, that's how
yo,
they is with the Xbox and PlayStation. That's crazy. Oh, that's my baby because she's a goddamn PlayStation fan. Fuck that. Tell him, Bo.
yo, think about that shit. Motherfuckers was mad. They
I'm
was
done.
mad that you ain't like Forspoken. They said a black person could be racist against black people just because you don't like Forspoken. Like motherfucker, what? Yo, I just don't like the game, bro. It's not that fucking serious. Nah, man, you ain't down for the cause. You ain't down for the peoples because you don't want to play Forspoken because that shit look boring as hell. Motherfucker, you got fucking clamps on your eyes trying to keep your eyes open and shit playing that shit. I don't want to play that
Mhm.
bullshit.
Hey, live. I'm just talking about the game. Come on, color. You don't like the damn game, color? Listen here. I'm married to a color person. But you know, she ain't that much of a color because she don't like your color ass either. Come on, baby. Let's go on here and play for spoken together. But it don't have no on-time multiplayer. God damn it, that ain't the point. I can see that shit.
Yeah, that should be crazy, bro. Listen,
Hell
man.
no.
But
Hell
but
no, yo.
But aside from that, but that's bro, that's the funniest thing. We just literally saw gameplay for Redfall with the co-op. I think they showed it last week or the week before. It wasn't IGN shit. I think Bethesda released it themselves with Arcane. So it was like, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, this shit looks good." And then that's when they started crying because I think because of that release, and then that article came out that they were saying they took it from PlayStation, and all the ponies started crying. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Microsoft, how could they just take a fucking build from PlayStation? I can't. like, like you had the Red Dragon crying out there. The Red Dragon's fucking all over the place, bro. That motherfucker is all over the place. He said went from red. He said Redfall was trash, and Redfall got to be on PlayStation. Because how can Microsoft take away Redfall? This shit is unethical. Like there's no reason why it shouldn't be on there. And now when that CMA shit dropped, and they were like, nah, they not gonna block the COD deal. Then he's back to his Redfall's trash. Can't make the shit up, bro.
That nigga confused. I don't understand that motherfucker.
Hell
He
yeah.
confused as
He
shit.
don't know. He don't know if he like men's. He don't know if he like women's. He don't know if he like little boys. He don't know what the fuck. That
My
motherfucker's
dog
all
all
over the place.
confused.
I'm done.
My dog all
I'm done.
confused.
I'm done. Yo, he don't know. I don't even think he know if he like his wife or not, even though he
I
got a
don't
child
know.
about her.
I'm telling you, she don't
He ain't
trust
got
that
no
man.
choice in like his wife. She gonna put his ass on child support.
Listen. When she started locking her
And
daughters,
she just got over here.
she had to lock her daughter's bedroom just in case. She was like, I don't know what
Yeah.
the fuck this nigga want. So
Uh,
I gotta keep my kids safe. This motherfucker all over the place.
Fuck around, go in the room. The baby got a PlayStation on 5 controller, trying to teach the baby how to blow in the controller.
I'm like,
Hell
yeah, you know,
no.
gone too
Hell
far.
no. Hell no. Like, come on, what do we do here? What are we doing here, huh? I'm there. I don't understand it. Like, why are you trying to teach her how to blow on the controller?
Teach them. You
I'm
gotta
trying to
teach them when
teach
they
her.
just start.
Yeah, I'm trying to teach her so she would know the way, the hate, the pain. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
suffering.
but that, bro, this is the
The
crazy
next
thing.
step is to Kojima.
Right?
But you know what the funny thing is? This is the craziest thing. In the same span of time, they've also released a lot of Final Fantasy footage. These motherfuckers don't talk about that shit at all. That should be on IGN multiple. They'd rather talk about Redfall over Final Fantasy, and they just released a long ass demo not too long ago. Motherfuckers
You
don't
know what
even
I
give
don't
a
like?
shit.
You know what I don't like? I don't know. I think I don't know how well that is the truth. When Bone said, what would you say, Bone? They be paying for that so they can show them exclusive videos and shit on IGN or something like that. Because I'm sitting there saying to myself, like, why IGN though? Why it's always got to be them? Because every time they show a video or something, after they show you the video, oh man, this is exclusive video of a pony sucking a big horse dick. Watch it. But then they go back and talk about it. Like I don't understand why I don't understand why Microsoft be letting them do it. Like, yo, man, fuck them. These are motherfuckers that be talking shit behind your back, that be stabbing you. I don't get that. Like, yo, why them? They're not, listen here. Whether they like the game or not, they still don't have that power though. Everybody that power was though a pony gonna run over there and say, you know what? Yeah, that's a good game. Once a pony, always a pony. It's deep in their veins, in their blood. So I just don't understand why they still let the motherfuckers do that. Show them videos and stuff. Let them have a little exclusives real quick. I wouldn't go to IGN. I don't even
Man,
think. I
because
don't
you
even.
know what it is?
IGN influence.
It's
They
all
influence
relationships, bro.
stupid dickhead motherfucker. That's who they
Yeah,
influence. They
yeah,
influence dumbass people.
but the thing is, they got relationships over there. Like even
Yeah,
if
I
it's
wish
not
they didn't.
because the thing is, it's a higher ups that be having the relationships, not the motherfucking little grunts that be doing the actual reviews and shit. Like they're giving them access because they're like, all right, I'm cool with such and such who's the CEO of this, and we'll supply this person with this footage, and we'll supply that person with this footage. So that's why they do a lot of that shit. Like they're always going to go after the big sites, regardless of if they give them favorable coverage or not. Like we all know, Jeff Keighley is a huge PlayStation fan, but Microsoft still try to work with them on Summer Game Fest and
I have no
whenever they got
idea
shit.
why. I have no idea why. Because we all know what he like doing.
Yeah, but
I think he.
but
I
they
think he
look,
got a straight up.
it's
You know how some of us have regular man caves with gaming and stuff like that, little party room and stuff. I think this motherfucker don't got nothing but trophies of a bunch of little Chinese people in there, and he sit there blowing a control and beat his dick. I swear to
because
God, that's what Jeff Keighley
because
do.
because because it's mainly this.
Probably
Like
got
think
a
about it.
shrine. Probably got a shrine of all the people that would run in the PlayStation division or all his
But
favorite game. I'm telling you, he got cut out posters, cardboard posters, big ass cardboard posters and shit in his basement with a bunch of light up candles and stuff. Goes in there and meditate like they really there talking to him. Butt ass
well, I mean,
naked with a motherfucking thongs on and some goddamn spurs on the back of his feet.
but see, the thing is, they gotta do business with them, because they don't have the audience pool as of yet, as Sony does. Like you just see, I figure Sony got to be close to 20 million on YouTube. Because at one point they were like at 10 or 8, and Microsoft was at like 2 or 3, and Microsoft's at 5 now. So Sony's got to be like double that as well. So you know what I mean? Like so. Like if Microsoft had the pool to be able to do it just on their channel alone, then they wouldn't really fuck with Jeff Keighley like that. They would just pretty much do what Sony do and just do their own, state of play. Because think about it, when Sony does a state of play, they don't be doing that shit on Twitch and all that other shit. They do it on YouTube, and that's it.
But
That's
you
it.
know what we need then? What we really need? We really need, a dedicated Microsoft channel. A channel not dedicated. We already got that. A channel that's actually going to talk about gaming and stuff like that. What I would have did if I was Microsoft, I would have scooped up on what's his name? What's his name? Oh, that nigga right over there drunk sleep with the bottle hanging out his mouth. What's his name? My man that kept quitting and stuff, that was doing them videos and stuff. I would have got
Adam Sessler.
Adam Sessler and I would try
But
to
see,
help him
Adam
out in
Sessler
the
didn't
back.
want to do that, but he didn't want to do that shit no more. He was getting tired. Because remember, he left. The reason why he left the first time is because he was getting harassed by the ponies, and he was why he left the second time. He was getting harassed by the ponies.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. We need some strong, we need some thick skin ass Xbox dude or something, man. Cause I mean, god damn, for real, we
Like
need
he was just,
somebody
and
that's gonna
I mean,
talk
I'm
and
not
not
gonna say
gonna
it.
back
Look, like when you in that situation, you're gonna run into crazies regardless. You're gonna run into the crazy Xbox fans, and you're gonna run into the crazy PlayStation fans. And to be honest, like unless you unplug, man, you just get tired of hearing that shit, especially on like certain things with motherfuckers like they just be in their feelings and they ain't really listening to what you're saying. You know what I mean? So I can understand how that shit is just, you know, you just hearing that shit day in and day out, motherfuckers hitting up your Twitter, on your fucking YouTube channel, on your Instagram, whatever. You just like, yo, fuck this shit.
Oh, come on, Varga. We got to stop talking like that, Varga. We got to stop talking like that. We got to stop talking like that. But I'm just me. I mean, like, yeah, you're right. I get it. Not too what everybody else saying. Like, other thinking them. You're right. It's like they stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like, I don't know. It's kind of hard, man. Like, you can't win for shit. Because the person that you do have that's sitting up there and fight for you or whatever, it's like then they come and start threatening them. See, this is some of the things that if I was Microsoft, I would have, I would have see if I could have tried to board that up at the CMA or something like that. Like, look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. Showing how that thing first popped off first, because we wasn't attacking them first. They attacked us. Like even to the point where though, well, they can get away with it because they have video and not videos, statement and stuff of Phil telling the Xbox don't do that, but Sony don't do that with their people. It's sad that it's like that.
But
It's
they don't
sad that
have to. That's
that's
the thing.
right.
They don't have to because they can always hide behind, oh, we're a Japanese company and we don't, like because Xbox is an American brand. There's no cultural thing you could be like, oh, they always, and they're $1 trillion company, so they always got to play the oh, we're so sorry about that,
Yeah,
because what they care about is their shareholders, and they don't want anything that's going to drop their stock value, especially if it's going to be based off of some bullshit. You know what I mean? So they ain't trying to, like, anything that they could fix with a sorry, we apologize, we'll do better. They're gonna do that shit. Sony could just sit there and say nothing, and they'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like Jim Ryan been crying this whole goddamn time, and they ain't really affect their stock prices like that. You know what I mean? But imagine if Phil Spencer was doing the shit that Jim Ryan is doing. Oh hell,
hell nah, hell nah, hell nah. Cause they
one
do.
one one day would have that shit plastered everywhere. Every spot would have an article talking about how Xbox is losing their edge. And, they going down bad and they crying. How's $1 trillion crying about fairness? You know what I mean? Because you think about it, Xbox ain't say shit about Sony buying up all these fucking third party. Like the fans did, we did, we complained about it, but Xbox didn't. What did Xbox do? They said, "Well, fuck it. If I can't get you know what the Xbox did? If you ever, I would suggest anybody who's ever, there's a movie called The Bankers
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Apple TV,
Yes, I have seen that.
and it's about these
Shout out to
two
Cody. Woo-hoo.
real estate agents,
Right.
right? And they tried to open up a bank account in this predominantly white bank. These motherfuckers would not let them in the building, like just to put their money in the bank. So these motherfuckers, they was black, but they was rich. So they got a front man who was white, some just regular old Joe Schmo white dude, ain't know shit about shit. And they had this motherfucker come in playing like he's like this tycoon, and he bought the goddamn building from right under them white people. So then once they did that, that motherfucker walked right in that bitch. Was like, yeah, I'm about to put my shit in this account. They'd be like, no, no, you not, Mr. Black Man. Said, bitch, I own the goddamn building. What the fuck you mean that? Be like, wait, what? Like, yeah, did the deed. Oh shit, these niggas tricked us. But that's what Microsoft did, man. But Sony tried to freeze them out. I'm gonna take this exclusive. I'm gonna take that exclusive. Microsoft walked in and said, I'm gonna buy the building, bitch. Now you can't take shit. Now you gotta talk to me. And that's what Sony's mad about. That's what the ABK shit is about. Because now they gotta try to negotiate with Microsoft. And see, the thing is, when you holding the purse strings and you the big fish, ain't no real negotiation. You get what the fuck I give you.
Yep,
So
I
so
agree with
Sony
that.
coming in there, well, we're the market leader. Microsoft will say, so you get what the fuck everybody else get. Now get in
Nigga,
line and shut your ass up.
nigga, you got me standing here saluting. Soon as you said that, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you not lying. Not lying.
That's why the motherfuckers is mad because they can't negotiate no more. They have no negotiation powers with that Call of Duty shit. That's why they're upset. That's why they crying. Has nothing to do with the actual IP itself. It's the ability to be able to negotiate and use it as leverage. They can't use it as leverage. So you take that away from them. You also take the ability to negotiate other things because now, even if it's say the difference between Xbox and PlayStation is
I'm sorry, hold up.
60-40.
Yo, I'm laughing. Other week said Jim Ryan called him crying and he told him shut the fuck up.
That's exactly
Okay, go
what's
ahead,
gonna
Locke.
happen.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
like say the difference between Xbox and PlayStation is 60-40, right? As far as like the market share. And we're not obviously they ain't include Nintendo, so I ain't including Nintendo right now. But that's the market share of just them two in the gaming space is 60-40 between them two, right? So now you're talking about giving them ABK. So maybe it ain't 60-40 now. Maybe it's 55-45, something like that. Now shit's starting to shift a little bit. Now people got to think a little bit. Like, damn, should I do this deal with PlayStation? I don't know. Xbox got all the indies. Think about it. All the big indies Xbox got. Think about all the indies PlayStation got. Xbox got Liza P. Xbox got Flintlock. What does PlayStation got? What's that game that came out? Chia. That shit run at fucking 800 800p to 60 frames per second on a PS5, but look like a PS3 game. That's the indie that they
Like you said,
champion.
it's 800p. Are you serious?
Yeah, it's 800p.
Yeah.
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 You see what I'm saying? Like
Oh wow.
that. Like name the last big indie that they got that was fire like that. It was probably Sifu.
But it was going crazy over. What was it? Stray? It was going
Yeah, but
crazy
straight,
over there.
because it was a cat game, bro. That shit was about a deer. They wouldn't give a fuck. People like cats, man. It's the fact that it was a cat. If it was a deer, nobody would give a fuck. If it's a goat, whatever the fuck, any other animal. Maybe if it was a dog, they would still care. But like because then you got those dog people that I really love dogs. But when you talk about cat people, dog people, they go crazy
Or
for
I
shit
guess
like that.
what's it? Seafood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
Seafood
seafood
is
just
probably
came to Xbox too, so I
yeah,
might be
but
picking it
seafood.
up.
I think seafood. Well, I don't. Yeah, I think what's Sifu on PlayStation Plus? I don't remember.
Well, I don't know if it was on PlayStation Plus or not.
Yeah, I don't think so. I
I'm
think
not
only the
sure.
cat. I think only the cat one was. But Sifu was the last exclusive indie that they had that was big. Like, because they had the year before they had Kenna
Xbox,
and the Bridge of
Xbox,
Spirits.
But
Xbox
yeah,
Junkie said,
they got
Xbox,
Among Us first.
Xbox Junkie said
Remember
that's not
Among
like
Us?
Sony don't have a
No,
bunch of
yeah, but
indies
that was
too.
in the PS4 era, though. What happened?
Right, right. Sony, let's
That's
not
along
act.
far. Hmm?
No, you said let's not act like Sony don't have a lot of indies also.
No, they have indies, but like the exclusive one, like Sony was so focused on trying to get third party AAA um like marketing content that Xbox just went out and just attacked the indie market. Like they went full force into the indie market because PlayStation just left it wide open. Like remember, like in the start of the PS4 era, they was all about the indies because they ain't have shit to play, bro. You had BG out there fucking talking about Octodad was the next coming of God because they ain't have shit else to play on his PlayStation. He was
Wait,
out there
remember that?
playing. He
Remember
was
I Am
playing.
Bread? It was,
Then they
He
dropped
was,
them
yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. He was playing
then,
Octodad. Life is
then they dropped
I
them
am
indie
bread.
people like a bad habit though. They dropped them
Yeah,
like a bad habit.
once Bloodborne and Uncharted came out, that motherfucker was like, fuck them games. But before that, he was all about them games. You know what I mean? And he wasn't the only one, and not to single him out. But I just remember him vividly talking about how like he's like, y'all got to give these shits a chance. It was like, motherfucker, because you starving out there, man. You starving. It's like you either playing Knack or you playing I don't know what the fuck Killzone for the 100th time if you even playing that game like that.
or they stuck playing Resogun.
That's what I'm saying. Oh man, I remember when Gun came out. These motherfuckers was hyping that shit up. Oh, y'all got to play this. This is like Geometry Wars. I'm like, guess what? Geometry Wars was great. But motherfucker, ain't no goddamn system seller, man. What the fuck y'all talking? That's the shit that comes with your console. Like, yo, chill and relax, bro. Ain't nobody was like, yo, bro. Oh my god, yo, Flip. I got a 360. Yo, you know what you gotta get? You gotta get 360 for Hexagon and Geometry Wars. You be looking at me like, nigga, what? what the fuck are you talking about? Be like, nah, man. Be like, PlayStation got fucking Uncharted, but man, fuck Uncharted, man. You got to play that Geometry Wars. I'm like, yo, this nigga smoking crack. I think he on drugs right now. Imagine motherfucker saying some shit like that, bro. Man, motherfucker's crazy, bro.
Hold on, somebody talking about Xbox need to bring hold on, where's his name at? Xbox need to bring more PC game over. Microsoft need to bring more PC game over to the Xbox. You know what? I understand that since Xbox game is going to
It depends on
PC.
what it is, though,
Right.
because it ain't because look at we just got like they were just talking about Diablo. Actually, no. What do we Age of Empires. We just got that shit. That system is completely different though. Like they had to make a lot of system changes just for that shit to be able to function on the console. It ain't like no just we just switch it to controller and then it just up and run. Oh hell no.
Hold
You
on,
gotta
but hold
I'm
on,
pretty
but that's
sure
the
that then
thing.
they add
That's,
controller
that's
support too, or something like
hold on,
that.
but that's why they
yeah.
got whatchamacallit. What is it, UWP and stuff, DirectX 12. Because remember,
Yeah.
they said the same thing. They said the same thing.
No.
All
It's
we
not the
use is
porting. It's not the porting. It's the systems. Because it's one thing to make it run. It'll run. It's not about making the game run. It's about making it run and function properly and intuitively with controller. Because it has to be something easily understood and simplistic.
okay.
If you're gonna
Okay, I
play
was
on a
going.
controller for like Age of Empires, but you're confused as fuck, bro, you putting that shit down, you're gonna just keep it moving, yo.
Okay, I
That's,
get what you're saying.
that's
Because
what I'm saying. Like,
Elite
'cause that
Danger, it took some time to get used to the control or how
yeah,
to how to jump to warp and stuff like that with the control, how to leave out the hangar bay and stuff.
yeah.
I think I don't even think it's that. I think when it comes down to it that they can do it, I think the problem with it is We have again, me and Rocky said it before. Elite Danger, they cut it from the Xbox, and we already know what it is. It's because of Sony. You can give us all the updates on the Xbox, but if you can't do it to Sony, and here we go again. This is where the fuckery coming at.
That's
Sony's
the
supposed to
parody
be the
shit.
market. Yup, Sony's supposed to be the market leader, and they wasn't able to do it. No, well, for Sony, not saying that they can't do it for the Xbox, because they can quite naturally put it on the S, the S and the X and stuff like that or whatever. But Sony, nope, as you said the key word, that parody stuff, and that falls right into this. So a lot of PC games that can get on the Xbox. I mean, all of them can. You got Rex X, well, you got port it over. The main issue is, even though Xbox had keyboard and support, the main issue would be Sony's going to come out and start complaining. They're going to come out and complain, especially if it's doing good on the Xbox, because that's exactly what happened with Elite Danger. Elite Danger was doing good on the Xbox. It was the first time somebody found an alien artifact or any type of alien was on the Xbox version. It wasn't even on a PC. It was on the Xbox. Somebody found that. Here comes Sony. Now, as I said before, now that we know, with that parity call, Sony do make them developers like, hold on here, buddy. Hold on. We're the market leader. What is this? What is this? I'm already believing we know that's why I tell people that EtherRAM was bullshit. Sony had first priority. That's what they was working with, and they didn't give a fuck about working on that EtherRAM or try to get around anything that they so-called consider a bottleneck for Microsoft.
Yeah, no, they did like the priority was they make it run, so that's as far as they went. You know what I mean? And because they're a market leader, that's just how it goes. Like, bro, it would have been the same thing. Like if PlayStation 3 was the market leader, well, and over the 360, then they would have had, went and made Call of Duty more functional on the PS3. Now, granted, they really, when it came to online, they ain't, it is what it is. PlayStation, PSN wasn't great at that time, so there was nothing Call of Duty could do to fix that shit. But as far as the actual campaign to make, making the game run the best as it could, it just wasn't the priority.
Fellas, Sony does own Heavily Sword. They does own it. That's another complaint that Microsoft don't do like what Sony does. Like how they gave them back Alan Wake and let them to make some cheese off of that and offer on Sunset Overdrive. Sony's not gonna give that up unless you pay them that. Sony does own the right to
because they didn't give up
Heavily
Demon
Sword.
Souls, and they just had was it the Blue? What's the name of that studio that did Demon Souls remake? Blue something.
Blue Point or something like that.
Blue Point, yeah, Blue Point. Blue Point remake.
I think they just bought them, so they own that studio.
Yeah, they bought them like a couple years ago. It was like 4 years ago. It was a while because they did, maybe it's 5 years ago because they did that game I didn't beat, not Attack on Titans. What's the name? Something Colossal.
Shadow of the Colossus.
There you go. They did that game. And I feel they did another game. I think they also did the Uncharted, but I think they did the Uncharted Legacy Collection before Sony acquired them. You know what I mean? But see, that's the difference between Xbox gamers, I would say, and the PlayStation gamers. See, PlayStation, and let me rephrase that: ponies, not PlayStation gamers. Ponies. Ponies are fucking delusional. Like, if I'm talking, I was just having a conversation earlier on Twitter talking about how The Last of Us PC port explains how PlayStation, destroys the myth that PlayStation only puts out quality content. And I don't know what the dude's name was, but some idiot came up to me and was talking about, well, why won't you discuss the original game. Why are you talking about the PC port? I said, because motherfucker, that's where the issue is, the PC port. Like, I'm not talking about the original game. I know what the original game is, but if I want to buy it on PC, the fuck, how the fuck does the original help me? It doesn't, because that's not what I'm getting. I'm trying to get the PC port. If the PC port is fucked up, the PC port is fucked up. You don't gotta suck Sony's dick to try to damage control this shit. It's fucked up. Like, bro, it's okay. Because guess what? If Flight Sim, when it came out for the Xbox, after it came out for the PC and it was fucked up, you think it would have got 91 Metacritic? No. That shit would have got fucking 60, just like fucking The Last of Us got. So don't give me this bullshit about, oh, well, you got to look at the original. No, motherfucker. Wherever it gets ported to, got to work as good as where it fucking originally was. These motherfuckers be sucking dick so much, man. They fucking don't know which way is up. They gotta get off that shit, man. They really gotta get off that shit, man. Got fucking cum just dripping out their nose, man.
Yeah, man, they don't want to listen. Be like the other topic you put up there. So they're still trying to clown Microsoft for people that been working at Microsoft over 20 years, and they decide that they want to change. They want to change, shift a different job, or that they want to retire. Why does it always got to be bad news?
Yeah, like motherfuckers supposed to die. Like he's a Supreme Court judge, he's supposed to die at Microsoft and shit. Like I don't understand that shit. Like that shit crazy. It don't matter if you fucking retire and you just retire, you retire and you go somewhere else. But the fact that you leave and because it's Microsoft, well, it's doom and gloom. How will we ever survive? Even though Joseph Staten left months ago. Oh my God, 343, it's doom and gloom. Bitch, he ain't had 343 no more. Huh? What you mean? He left months ago. I didn't know that. Cause you a dumb motherfucker, that's why. But we ain't surprised you a pony. Like like a motherfucker right this is how crazy this shit is. Red Dragon wrote the article. I mean, did the little, post on Twitter about Joseph Staten leaving months ago. Then turns around and when he leaves freaking Xbox, tweets it again like he just left 343. Like he ain't just tweeted that shit months ago. It's like,
That's the
bro, you don't
narrative.
even like,
You
bro,
know
you
that's
don't even know what the fuck you doing, huh?
that's narrative. That's his narrative driven. You know he did that on purpose. There's no way that you're going to retweet that out of nowhere. You already done said this before already that the dude was leaving. So that's that narrative that keep trying to push. Like people like, you know what? We can't take it at Microsoft. They trying to kill us. We out. I don't know why they do like, but again, as you saying, you got dumb motherfuckers who sit up there and believe it. People who believe it. A motherfucker at Microsoft could have left Microsoft a year ago for whatever situation that it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm retired. I've been there 30 years, and he decided to leave or whatever, leave Microsoft. Yeah, he left. He just left, motherfucker. That was like there a year and a half ago when he left. He was
Yeah,
there
but
for like over 20 years. He wanted to see his kids and finish seeing the rest of his kids graduated from college or whatever. He got family or something like that. And now you talking about he leaving because Microsoft is working him hard? Huh?
like the
What the,
thing is, man, like people, you know, like you said, these narratives are crazy, bro, because they in their mind, it's got to be all bad. It's just always got to be all bad with Microsoft, and there's just no way that anyone could, leave Microsoft other than because it's a terrible place to work. It can't be because they had a business idea and they want to do something else, like expand. Like if you're an artist, you don't. Oh, it can't be because I want to start my own studio. Nah, that can't be it. Like those dudes from Playground Games that decide to start their own studio. Oh no, it can't be that they want to start their own studio. Why would they want to do that? like they leaving because Xbox is terrible. That's why they leaving. Even though, didn't we not hear about some PlayStation people leaving and starting their own studio around the same time? But no,
Mm-hmm.
they just said farewell
Mhm.
and good luck. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like that whole narrative is like, no, it was just their time and they just want to start a new studio. They'll stay in contact with Sony and then like, bitch, you act like the people that started their own studio can't stay in contact with Microsoft. Like, what the fuck? Like,
No. What do
Shit,
you
I
what do
wouldn't be
you mean?
surprised if Microsoft gave them the money to do it.
What do you mean, Punisher? They build a new studio. It works pretty good. Now they can just do it what they want to do, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. They got enough money to build their own stuff to make more. Listen here, do you understand the logic that you just saying out your fucking mouth? They leaving Sony to make their own game and make games for Sony. Like, do you understand how much sense that makes? I don't think they realize the shit that comes out their mouth. Okay, if that's the case, why didn't they just stay at Sony and make the game for Sony? Why they had to leave and make their own company to stand on their own to make games for Sony when it was already with Sony? What's the difference?
Hmm.
I'm just trying to understand that. What's the difference? Why would you
because
leave
most of the,
Sony if you was already making game for Sony to leave Sony to make game for Sony? That means it was
I
a
mean,
fucking
Because it's
problem
only
that not
spend your own
yeah,
money
now
to make
now
another
it's a pro-
studio just to do the same
right.
thing.
You spend
yeah,
your own money. Like, how?
now it's
You could have
possible
saved that
that
money and just stayed with
In the
Sony.
word,
Shit.
in the words of Vodka, where the hell they do that at?
yeah, now it's possible they could be doing multi-class. It's possible that Sony can see whatever they're doing and offer them a lot of money to make it exclusive. That's all possible. You never know. But more than likely, they decided they wanted to do things differently. So they decided to build their own team. They decided to go after their own projects. Maybe the stuff that Sony is having them do in and day out ain't necessarily what they want to do. Maybe they want to make a game like Hi-Fi Rush, but Sony's like, no, you'll make a game that's going to look like every other game that we got. You're going to have to look like Uncharted or whatever, because they don't make games that look like Gravity Rush anymore. They just don't.
That's
When's the
funny that
last?
you said that.
What's the last Gravity Rush type game has so like that was like when did Gravity Rush come in 2016? That was years ago.
You know what? Hi-Fi Rush would never look right under Sony uh, uh rules. Their evil fucking rule of thumb. It would never work right because all they game Hi-Fi Rush. If it don't look like them goddamn zombie games, we don't want it.
Yeah, I mean shit. That's another one too. You got Gravity Rush, you got Hi-Fi Rush. You know what I mean? Like both of them. What was the other? There's some other uh cartoony looking game that they had on PlayStation. Fuck, I'm trying to remember. The dragon shit. What's the name? The Last Guardian. Something like that. You know what I mean? Like, but maybe they just want to do something different, bro. Sometimes motherfuckers want to do something different.
Vodka say they don't want no sexual harassment.
Uh,
You might be right. You might be
I
right.
mean, yeah, you can have that too. You might have a team where, female devs get together and be like, we want an all female dev team from top to bottom. You know what I mean? We want the heads all to be all women. I say go for it. Why not?
Hmm.
You know what
Or
I
they're
mean?
trying to get away from the PlayStation execs with them PS5 T-shirts.
Oh well,
After their
shit.
sons' butts. You
I
never
mean, that's
know.
possible. That's possible too, but I wouldn't even think about that one. That's possible too. I mean, shit get real sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah. It was the next topic.
Um, I'm sorry. Hold up. Uh, after this topic, we can free fall.
What did
okay,
what does Bone
So,
look like with a wig on?
oh shit,
oh shit,
that motherfucker look
little
like
little worm.
Little
Mhm.
Richard.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
the next topic was Super Mario. Super Mario released this weekend.
Oh yeah. Did y'all
Okay.
see it yet? Am I the only one that
No,
saw it?
Nah,
I, be-
I ain't see it.
I believe so. Anybody in the chat went to go see Mario? Dun, 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 dun. Boy.
Now, Livewire, let me ask you: did
Mhm.
you see this movie with like the whole family, or it was
Well,
just
no,
like you
no,
just seen it yourself?
no, I saw it with my daughter
No,
because
okay.
she ain't no school on Friday, so
No, okay.
well, ain't nobody at school on Friday, but yeah.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so now I took her to go see it, and because she had been talking about it from before, and she knew about it. Like she asked me for when she first saw it, she wanted a Nintendo Switch, or it came out around her birthday. But I was like, that's a Christmas present. You ain't about to get no Nintendo Switch for your birthday. Like that shit ain't happening. And it might be salt on my case because I was like, I got video games for my birthday. I ain't never get no whole goddamn console for my birthday. I had to wait till Christmas. So I was just like, yo, I shall pass that shit down. But
Mm-mm.
because I already spoiled her right now. Like we took her to the movies, and we went to Walmart and bought fucking Princess Peach and Mario. You know what I mean? She been playing with them motherfuckers all weekend. And then that's the thing about a video game. Like when the kids are little, they they like games, but they don't. They like toys still too. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like it's not until they get older where they don't really play with the toys anymore. But yeah, she been playing with Mario and Princess Peach all weekend. But the movie. This is what I say about the movie. The movie was true to the material, even to a fault. And 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 why I say that is I understand why the critics panned the movie because if you're not a fan of Mario and haven't really been following, they don't explain shit. They just go into that bitch.
You know,
They
but
just
you know what they was hoping for? They was hoping for the fans of Mario go
no, I
see it.
get that. I get that. I get that, and that's where it works. Like anybody who's played a Mario game realize they ain't really got a story. He ain't really no
Nothing.
No,
fucking story.
Mario, he don't talk at all. None of them talk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So to go see a movie, it's
Bowser's
like,
trying to get some pussy,
Mhm.
and you know what I mean. He trying to marry Peach, and he jealous of
Mhm.
Mario, so he be fucking Mario up, and then Mario keep on trying to come and rescue Peach, and then she don't give him no pussy neither, and then it's a cycle, and then they start all over again.
Mhm.
You know what I
What
mean?
it is?
Not
And that's what
knowing,
the movie was.
not knowing, Peach is low key a lesbian.
Right.
Uh, well,
Mhm.
possibly.
Hey.
ain't that
She
about a
ain't
bitch?
Right.
ain't no women where she at, so it's possible. She just don't know.
Well, you
She
never
don't
know.
know.
You never
She
know.
don't know.
Zelda could be her side piece. You never know.
Yeah, yeah, you never know. But like I said, like the movie is like for a kid. The movie's fine, bro. It
Mario
ain't got
being a
no
side
story.
piece.
It ain't got no
God
real
damn.
story. But again, it stays very true to the material. So that's where it works. Very true to material. They got platforming in there, so it's fucking Mario. You know, they got all the characters in there. They got all the little
You know what they could
Mar.
do? You know what they
What?
should do? Honestly,
What?
far as in movies, rights or whatever, Nintendo just need to cut their losses and stop making that shit. It didn't work with the first one, and I'm quite sure it may not work that well with this one because it's not viewed widely for casual for people to understand. What I would have did if I was Nintendo, I would have sold the right to make the movie to Disney. Disney would have glamified that shit.
Yeah, they would
Princess
have.
really a princess. It would have makes a whole lot of sense. Nintendo have to understand when it comes down to your biggest
Well,
IP
but see,
mascot of all, they
Nintendo
don't.
was fully involved in that shit, which is why it is very true to the material. So again, if you're a hardcore Mario fan, I don't see you not liking the movie. But
right. But what
if
you're
you're
saying,
looking for an actual story, there's really no
that's
story.
why they
They're not really saying anything in this movie. Like, outside of be confident in yourself. Outside of that, they're
that's
not
why
really
they need
saying much.
that's why they need to just go ahead and let Disney handle that. Let Disney do that. Disney gonna
Because
bring
the
you
thing,
money. I'm just
whether
saying, let's
not
keep it
whether
real.
yeah,
Disney gonna bring them
it could
money.
have been it could have been Disney Animation, or it could have been Pixar. Because
Well, Disney own Pixar, so
well, yeah, but like I remember me and my wife, we were gonna watch Toy Story 4. And we were just thinking like, damn, there's a lot of Toy Stories. It was like, I don't understand how could it get any better? And you watch Toy Story 4, you be like, damn, this shit good too. God damn. How the fuck these motherfuckers always make a good ass, like, they ain't not one Toy Story that's a trash Toy Story. Now this is it the second one or the third one? One of them is sad as hell. I think that's the third one.
Yeah, I want to say it's the third. Yeah.
I think the third one is sad as hell. You be
I
like,
don't even
damn,
know.
they trying to get niggas to cry in the fucking movie theater. God damn. But outside
I
of that one, like all of them are just, all every one is top tier. It's just that that one's kind of sad, in certain parts and shit. That's the
right.
one with the bear. That's what it was. This is the fucked up bear. Like they fucking did that motherfucker dirty. You be
Right.
like, damn, he the bad guy, but shit, he fucked that dude over. But
Well, the main story is from this, as you say, would be as you say, what can Microsoft learn from their future film, knowing that what Nintendo have done in the past and what they have done now. I think
the,
Microsoft might be in a better position.
I would say this. It's not so much about Halo because we know what they did right and what they did wrong with Halo, right? But I would say moving forward, they need to look at what Nintendo did here. They said that what Nintendo did right is they stuck to the material. Now they didn't really add much of a story because again, Nintendo games don't really have a story outside of Zelda. But um, but if they stay close to the material and just expand on it, like fill in the gaps, like and what I would say is look to The Last of Us. You don't have to change a lot of things, but the stuff where there's gaps, fill that shit in. Like, bro, what was the name of that book for Gears of War? Right prior to Gears of War 5 coming out, there was a book that came out that I had started reading. I can't remember the name of it, but the book basically follows Kate and Marcus as they go into this village and they try to help these people that haven't been responding or some shit like that. And bro, that story was amazing. And I'm sitting there like, yo, that's what they should have did for the intro to Gears of War 5.
Bloodline. I can say it's called Bloodline. Thank
Okay,
you, Rocco.
Bloodline. Yeah. I think that's when they find out, yeah, they find out about more about her mother and all that shit. But but with that, bro, that would have been a great intro to Gears of War 5. Whereas you start in the winter because in Gears obviously they drop you into the silo and all that shit. But again, even if like just taking Gears of War 5, right? If they were going to do a story just based on Gears of War 5, keep the same premise all the way down, right? To follow all the story, but what you do is fill in the gaps. So where the conflict was between JD and and the whatever it is, they had, I don't know if it's a separatist or whatever, but he had ordered some people to be killed because they weren't fucking compliant or some shit. So yeah, you just dive into those storylines, like these little side stories. That's the shit that you dive into because I think the cartoon is supposed to be a series. Then they have the actual movie. But again, with the movie, stay close to what the source material is. You do not have to reinvent the wheel. People already know what they like. They like what they like. Just expand on that shit, but do not change that shit. They don't have to make this alt universe shit. They don't have to do that shit. Not unless they're gonna do like if they were gonna do a live action series connected to a movie, something like that, then you could
Hmm.
take small liberties if you needed to, like you insert people that you want to, as far as new characters, like people that would have been typically in the background, but you insert them in here so you'd be like, all right, this is what they're here in the movie, but now I'm gonna introduce them as a full-fledged character in the series. Okay, I get that, and it's not gonna hurt anybody. Nobody's gonna be like, oh my god, why would they do this? Because they're not being showcased in the movie as like one of the main people. That's cool. Similar to what they do in Marvel, right? All these small little itty bitty characters, these agents and whatnot, but then they get their own series and then they get fleshed out. They can always do that shit. But they just gotta stay close to the source material. Like they had like that was the biggest issue I had with Halo. I'm not saying that one they like the angle that they took, like they tried to like what I would have done. One, I don't know. I would have done something different, but I would have followed. Like you know, would have been a good play for them to. As far as the way I would have looked at it is, you could have followed similar formats to what you see in This Is Us. Now, This Is Us isn't an action series or anything like that, but the storytelling of like the different time periods of people's lives, because you have people when they're old, people when they're in their adolescence, and then people when they're like really young, and you can kind of jump between the two. Like you have your main story that you're like, all right, this is our main story, but then I might jump to John when he's like really really young, and then we'll jump to John when he's like in his adolescence, but then we'll jump back to like, all right, now this is the main story of what we're telling. As long as you understand how to balance that, it could work. And you got enough like This Is Us is a blueprint for that shit. But if they don't want to do that, they can always go to Game of Thrones route where you just tell one big story, but you jump from different sections, which they kind of tried to do. But that's nobody give a fuck about that fucking bitch that was annoying as hell, man. That's where they fucked up.
Talking
They
about
tried
that
to
little
write the
kid. Yeah,
bro,
I
bro.
must admit,
Look,
I did
look,
not like her cat.
listen,
I'm like,
listen,
come on, man.
listen.
Like,
This is what the problem was. They tried to write in this girl as a she's Asian, obviously. They're trying to appeal to the Asian demographic. Fine. I don't have a problem with that shit. I don't give a fuck about people that ain't Spartans like that, bro. If I'm watching Halo. So if she was a Spartan, like old girl from Team Osiris, I would have had no fucking problem with her and understanding her story. But she wasn't no Spartan. She's a pain in the ass, annoying motherfucker. So even if at some point she becomes a Spartan, I'm gonna still remember all the bullshit she did when she was younger. And I'm not gonna trust, I'm not gonna trust that bitch. I'm just saying, man. That bitch was annoying, man. She fucking reckless as hell. She don't listen. I was like, yo, damn, what
ain't
this
she a
bitch when
child?
she was a
But was
kid?
it? Yeah, she got to be a child. Do what a child does. That just don't want to. I don't know.
Mm,
I get it. I try to look on the perspective of,
nah,
well,
man.
her family
Mm,
and stuff just got murdered. So she just like, fuck that. We need to fight. I don't like the way they did this. And then, but old boy was trying to protect her. And I think she was,
but see,
I ain't even have
but
a problem with her wanting to fight and wanted revenge.
nah,
I ain't
but you
even
know what?
have a problem with that. I had
But
a problem with old boy break it down and they telling her what's going on. You still hard headed, don't want to listen.
yeah, but see
Then
the
when you
problem.
get to the other city or whatever, and they tell you what's going on, you still don't get it.
Yeah, but see the issue flip is they didn't really explain what her skill set is. Like you have somebody who you basically say is a novice, right? She don't know what the fuck she doing, but yet she doing all this wild, reckless shit, not knowing what the fuck she doing. And it's like, well, damn, like we don't understand how you never explain how she's resilient. She just somehow resilient. Like somehow he handcuffs her to a bike, but this bitch just figures it out and just like it's like, yo, the fuck, like where well you don't where's the correlation? We don't understand how this like you don't show any examples of how like this girl has skills to do this. So that's where it's kind of hard to like a hard pill to swallow. But again, they made their fault. Like I think, listen, it was two things. One, they had that whole shit with the old girl, fine, and then they had the whole shit with the helmet. All right, fine. But the problem is like,
Well, I'm taking off the helmet.
yeah, and to me,
I ain't have a problem with that.
no, I don't like him taking off the helmet ain't the issue. Because look, the Mandalorian motherfuckers got their helmets off all the time. Shit, the whole last episode, the only person wearing a helmet was fucking uh well, his name ain't Mando. I mean, old dude call him Mando, but it's and what's his name? Something Jaren, Odin Jaren or whatever. But anyway, he only one wearing a goddamn helmet. But yeah, you can get around that shit, right? It was just points where the motherfucker took the helmet off, and that bitch ain't never come back on. It's like, damn, motherfucker going to combat. He running into combat with no helmet on. Like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, yo, chief. He was like, oh shit, that's like a football player running on the field with no fucking helmet, talking about, all right, I'm ready to go, coach. Like, no, you ain't, motherfucker. You got to protect your noodle. What the fuck are you doing? So I can understand why motherfuckers was just like they were aggravated by it because it's just like the fuck, man. What y'all doing, bro? Like keep some goddamn consistency, man. Because shit, as much even in the Mandalorian, that motherfucker put his helmet back on if he about to go fight a motherfucker. And even
Yep.
with that being said, I still enjoyed the series for what it was, but it could have been better.
Always room for improvement.
I'm pretty sure they made some improvements in season 2.
I hope so.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes I try to look at something as trial and error. Okay.
Look, the first episode was good. The episode when he blew up, when he fought old dude and rescued old girl who was about to get fucking killed by that elite was good. The last episode was okay. Shit. I could have done without the episode. It was just like fucking Chief running around fucking slinging pussy and shit. That motherfucker.
Oh, that's the episode where they showed his ass cheeks.
Hold on. Yeah, I ain't had to see his ass cheeks, but I was happy that he had got some booty. I was happy that he got some.
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
But I didn't get that one. I understand that.
I was like, I know I be on the internet and I catch most things, but I'm like, is Spartan porn or is Spartan erotica a thing? Because I ain't know it was a thing, and this ain't working for me.
Yeah, I don't want to know if this motherfucking name is Cheeks Long. I don't want to know that.
Yeah, this motherfucker, yo, imagine they come out with fucking some Halo 3 skins, motherfucking. Halo 3 skin, Halo Infinite skin, where fucking Chief has the fucking Chippendale.
I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to do that. I get what they were going for. They're trying to appeal to that.
Or something.
Yeah, they trying to appeal to the casuals. That's what that was about. They're trying to appeal to the casual, make it make sense for everybody, yo. Because you got to realize people who don't know about that wouldn't understand. They'd be lost. Like he don't have no type of emotion. He don't interact with nobody, so they try to make him more human than a machine and stuff. At least from the beginning part of it.
But
if he just straight like acting like a machine.
But Flip, this is the thing. Even if, man, I don't understand how he got. I'm trying to remember, how did he even get to the point where he wanted to fuck this bitch like that? Like what? Like she ain't that type of girl.
I think it was hallucinations he was having.
I
Like
guess
those
so, but
dreams or
yo, but
whatever.
bro, she not even that type of chick that you just be like fawning over some shit like
This
that.
is
Like,
what I would have preferred them to do. I would have preferred him to be as he is, like a machine. And as time goes on, then he start getting some pussy. Then he start being more humanized and stuff like that. How they got in the game or whatever. I would have liked for that to be like a soldier, straight up soldier. Yes, sir. Blah 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 blah. And as
yeah,
time goes on, then break it down to his humanity and him start being, I
yeah,
guess if you want to call himself
like on
Chippendale King Slong, smashing the
like
chick
some
and stuff.
like some RoboCop shit. Like this
Right.
motherfucker
Yeah, but I think that's the angle they're taking in season 2.
this
Because toward
motherfucker
the
went
end,
from
remember, he wasn't talking or
he
nothing
went
like
he
that.
went he went from
Like
RoboCop
something happened to him.
to fucking emotionally distressed in the matter of 4 episodes. It
Yeah,
was
they
crazy.
switched that. It went too fast. It went too fast. They did
Yeah,
that too
like
fast. I think that's what it is. They just did it too fast. It
that
should have.
shit was that shit
It
was
should have
hella
went.
jarring.
They should have went
Cause,
over a couple seasons. Then they do
cause
that.
he cause he I think he fucked her in episode 7 or 8.
Yeah, you're right, Bob. Because his humanity is gone now, man.
Yeah, he lost it
Oh
toward the
yeah,
end of the
well yeah, they
season.
made
That's why I
well
said
yeah,
I think
but
they're gonna take that angle in season 2.
well see, but that's not even him though. That's Cortana the whole like he not even talking at all. So he not even
That's what
in
I'm
there.
saying. They going to the original Halo.
Yeah, nah, there ain't no
Maybe they
original Halo. That nigga did talk. Like
not
Cortana
that
talked to
much.
him. He ain't even had no conversation. She just fucking driving the car, and that nigga sleep in the passenger seat.
He on autopilot.
Hell yeah, that motherfucker he ain't doing shit.
But it seemed like they were saying, showing like, well, he had humanity. Then Cortana took over him. Now you see why he acting like a rope. I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't always necessarily agree that Trevor do. Oh well, this is the alternate universe. You don't got to do all that. You don't got to do all
Uh,
that. We know you're not going to
well,
follow the source material. I mean, we know you're not going to follow it all the way to the T. I wasn't expecting them to follow that joint to the T. I
bro,
wasn't expecting that.
bro, this is on some real shit. If they wanted to, they could have literally did this whole show following Team Osiris. They could have. But then them motherfuckers would be like, oh, but the lead is a black guy, and I don't know if we can deal with a black guy. Blah, 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 blah.
Or wasn't
It
that the
seemed like
movie?
I'm telling you, it seemed like they
But
were
it would have,
trying to play it
but
safe.
as a
They were
series,
trying
it
to,
would have been better though.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm
It
quite
could
sure
be
it would have, but
because if you're not gonna stay locked to the traditional Master Chief story, then and you want some more freedom, it'd have been better to follow Team Osiris than fucking Chief and Blue Team.
I do think they found it. I know some people was complaining about the actor. We ain't gonna say no name, John Doe, but I think the dude pulled it off. I think he was all right.
Oh, as Master Chief, he was fine as
Yeah,
Master Chief when he
Hmm.
was Master Chief. You know what I mean? He was fine. I didn't have no issue with him. Um, my only issue is more of like how they, the story they're trying to tell was my issue more so than anything. It wasn't the actual acting of anybody. Well, except for old girl, and it's not necessarily acting. It was just she was just fucking annoying. So her character was supposed to be annoying, and she was annoying. It reminded me of have you ever watched that show? What was that name of that show? That vampire show that came on FX.
I
Fuck.
don't watch the vampire movie.
No, it wasn't a movie. It was a TV show.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was
So I
based
don't
off
even watch that.
a comic book. I'm trying to remember the name of that shit. I watched the whole thing, but like the first season, they had the guy's son was a kid, right? And then they changed the actor for the second season, and the kid the whole second season was just well, from then on moving forward, he was just always this moody, annoying fucking kid. I just couldn't stand that motherfucker. That motherfucker went from wanting his mom to just being a pain in the ass all the goddamn time. I was like, this motherfucker is a pain in the ass little kid, man. You need to whoop this motherfucker, man. Fuck this shit. Over here talking to this motherfucker telling him time out. Fuck the time out. put put your ass in timeout. What the fuck, man? Man, listen, man. Yo, that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I be watching some of these shows. My wife with the fucking the nanny. What's that shit? The parents is, the kids is out of control, and I be sitting there like, the fuck are y'all niggas doing, bro? You ain't gonna be running my house, man. I fucking sit your ass in the corner for real. Like, sleep. Like, what the fuck you doing? But they just be letting these little motherfuckers do what they want. I'm like, yo, hell no. Not up in this bitch. We gonna have a motherfucking problem. I know my wife be like, yo, your daughter only 5. She don't always understand. I said, she will learn. Trust me, she will learn. I talk to her just the same way my granddaddy talks to me. I said, listen, you little crazy motherfucker. Shit ain't gonna go down how you think it is. You tell me all the time. She be like, Daddy be mean sometimes. I said, you better be mean because I gotta tell you 100 times to do this shit. And fuck that shit. You do you listen to what the fuck I'm saying. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. You motherfucking crazy.
This nigga lie like, bro.
Oh yeah, man. That's how you gotta talk to the kids sometimes. You can't be talking with that Google Gaga shit. Fuck that Google Gaga shit.
Nah.
You better talk to
Yeah,
them
you
like they real people.
Yeah.
That's how you build their vocabulary and shit. You fucking run around
Yes, sir.
and say shit that you be like, damn, where you learn that word from? 'Cause you be talking to them like that. Dog would talk about. She was like, what she say? I'm trying to remember what fucking word she used. She's talking about some show. Uh, uh, oh man, I can't remember. It was like she said disaster or something. But I was just like, all right, she be listening and shit.
Not mine. Mine took me out when she called somebody an asshole. What the fuck you just say?
That's because you be saying that shit in front of her.
Yeah, I let her mom take the fault for that. She's like,
See,
I said it, and she repeated it. I said she probably
see,
heard me call Bone a fucking asshole, and so I
see,
let her mom take the fault for that. I'm never
yeah,
going to tell her that.
I don't be saying that shit. I be treating like when I'm in front of my daughter, I treat that shit like fucking professional basketball. I fucking pull my shirt up to my face and start cuffing and into my fucking hand like. She be like, "What you say, Daddy?" But like, don't worry about it.
Well, people, it's about that time. I'm gonna call Bone and wake his ass up to cut the damn show. Y'all more than welcome to come in a party because right now we're gonna have BBWs in the party right now. See, one just popped in. We got thick chicks in the party.
That
We got
motherfucker Bone over there dreaming. He be
we got
dreaming
chick,
about his
we
fucking
got chick
girlfriend
with
in
big
AR.
ass. We got chick with big ass feet and stuff that's in the party that you like. We got them all types in there. You know what I'm saying? We got chick that got a third lump on their butt cheek that you might want to play with. You know what I'm saying? We got all that up in a party. That's what we doing up in this party. We promoting fucked up look. I mean, all types of gorgeous chick that comes in the party and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all like BBW, thickum, slim, skinny, anorexic, female toes that look like clicks that you want to suck on, it's all gonna be in a party. Let me call this motherfucker and tell this nigga end this shit. Cause I know he fell asleep. He was dozing off already when he was drinking and shit. So we got all that in the
Doing
party.
that
You know
drinking
what
shit.
I'm saying?
See, I
Next
drank
week,
my coffee before I jumped on here. That's
It
why
sounds
I'm.
like he started the show drunk.
Yeah,
Listen,
he
shout out
talk.
to all
That's
everybody
a.
that's in
You know what a
the
bone
chat
started that when he
that came
jumping.
out and shit. You know what I
That
mean? Shout out
motherfucker
to everybody. Other thing, Def Mobile, Lemon, who else?
Woody
Vodka, who?
Woody.
Yep, Zeke. All y'all, let's see who always else in there, man. It's a lot of y'all motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm saying all y'all goddamn motherfuckers in here. All the Xbox community and shit. But I'm saying, so Just
They
hop in
said
a party
Vampire
and stuff, man.
Diaries. That ain't the show. I
Say,
ain't
man,
watching
who
no
said
damn
that?
Vampire
Who
Vampire
said
Diaries.
Diaries.
that?
This
Who
nigga
said
said Vampire
that?
That's what
That
Chaos
is
said.
that.
Vampire
Oh, he
Diaries.
said that
Let me
shit is a
call
feat.
Elroy.
That's a girl show.
Let me call Elroy. Tell Elroy cut the show off.
But that
Vampire
spinoff is
Diaries.
pretty good though. That
No, don't tell nobody, yo. That bone real
what's the
name
damn
Elroy.
show? The Originals.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I forget the name of that shit. It'll come to me after. But
And I think Vodka
yeah.
said it was Strain.
Oh, Strain. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. It is Strain. That little kid was annoying as shit on that shit, bro. Yeah, man. You know that motherfucker bone in there dreaming about his VR companion. He gonna marry that bitch. He gonna invite us all to the wedding. It's gonna be a VR wedding. This motherfucker gonna be sitting there. He gonna kiss her at the end. He was like, I'm gonna carry you across the the threshold and shit. She's like, you sure you be able to pick me up? He's like, no, I've been working out. Said this nigga bone. This nigga bone right here. He's like, he the only nigga I know struggling to pick up a fucking invisible bitch. Like this
We're gonna
motherfucker
let
told
we're
fuck
gonna
his
do what
back
we
up.
usually do. We're gonna let the podcast continue on by itself while Bone sleep, and he just gonna have to cut it down.
Oh
We're
yeah,
gonna, we're gonna have to cut it off.
that's what
And
we
let
gonna
Bone
talk. We gonna talk our shit. Let's talk our shit.
back. Hey, hey,
They
and
go
hey,
crazy up in here. Yeah,
here's something. Here's something. A lot why you ain't falling asleep, and that's not nothing.
yeah, my
I
ass
know,
is
right?
up. Man, I took a good nap and I had a coffee, so I was ready to go.
Xbox have no game. You might as well leave. We already done finished with the
Hey
podcast.
man, that
Yeah,
Fuck
you
you.
already late, buddy.
You
it
late.
was
Fuck you and your 46 million consoles that you're lying about.
yeah, shove that PlayStation up your ass,
That's
bitch,
crazy. Every time they
sideways.
mention Xbox sales, the sales go down. Huh?
I found out something,
Yeah,
y'all.
damn.
Xbox Have No Game is actually on Xbox. He actually on Xbox. That's his name. Xbox Have No Game. And his gamer score is 1,000. That's it. I don't know how he
Mm.
beat games. He beat every last game we talk about, but his gamer score is still 1,000. Don't know how he did it, but he did it. He's the first Xbox gamer that have a 1,000 score and beat a lot of games. He even got achievement. How you get an achievement of having 1,000 and it just stay at 1,000? I never seen that ever in my life. Never seen that before. Truly remarkable. Give it up to Xbox. Have no game. Give it up to that little girl.
Mm.
Did a good job, Xbox Have No Game. That was a Bajoran hand clap. So you should be honored that I even clapped my hand for you for having 1,000 gamer point. Just 1,000. That's it. I don't know how you got stuck there, but that's where you at. True story. True story.
Mm.
All right, y'all. We might as
Yeah.
well hop in a party.
Yeah, I'm gonna still talk my shit in here. Hold on, we gonna jump. I'll jump in the party and talk my shit. Yo, I've been
Yeah.
playing. Yeah, I've been playing. I done got my fucking. Was it the completed that the Halo shit, the Battle Pass. Yeah, bro, I've been addicted to Halo, bro. I had to
Hey, you
get
go
off
my
this.
friend right there. PlayStation Simp.
Oh shit.
That's my man right there. PlayStation Simp. Here's Simp.
That motherfucker be doing cream pies for that shit, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's PlayStation Simp. Here's Simp.
Hell yeah. That
Here's straight Simp.
so what's his job? His job is when the motherfucker fucking and start dripping, he just come up behind and start licking the cream off the ass. Is that what he do?
Yep, man. He do more than
Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
he
he's
get
a
the
PlayStation fluffer.
he get the
Oh,
nut sacks right. He get the
Yeah,
dude nut
he
sack right
sucks
on
on
his
the dick in
nostrils.
between the scenes and stuff.
yeah,
So
Yeah,
sucks
PlayStation
but
it pretty
fluffer.
hard.
that
Yep.
motherfucker he an in-game fluffer.
Your new name now when you come back on here is PlayStation on Fluffer / Simp. That's your new name. Your new name. You just lay there and take it by the women. You just take it.
Oh,
Not by men, but women. You just take it. You lay there on your belly and take it. You just take it. PlayStation fluffer. That's all you do. You lay there and take it. You take it from on Xbox have no game. Or just sit there and take it. Y'all be sitting in the dark playing patty cake, rubbing on each other's nipples and shit. Put it on my remote. Oh, Motorstorm dead? I didn't even know that was dead.
Actually, I want to jump on that shit. What's that game? Let's see. Oh, not the app games. Oh yeah, download that Ghostwire Tokyo.
I did that. I thought that thing would have been out
What
already.
you getting in today?
So when is that coming out? Is it coming out next week or something like
I
that?
might jump on that. Whatchamacallit? Halo or Forza.
Oh, come on, the 11th. Okay. It's a few
Ghostwire,
days.
Hey, there go Xbox Phil Spencer. He be in there too. This is what Xbox. This is what he does. This is what he does. Why Xbox have no game and PlayStation fluffer laying on their belly and stuff, clapping their ass cheek. He sit there in the closet recording it with the VR on. I don't know why, but that's what he does. He'll sit there in a closet watching it with that SSD in his mouth. That PlayStation dildo SSD in his mouth. Having a good old time.
Oh.
Oh, you say SSD is dead, yo. Sony SSD is dead. I know it keep getting wet by somebody's mouth. Somebody's mouth saliva always on it. Sony SSD dead just like they phone. Yeah, PlayStation Home been dead. Oh, we can accept the fact that the Kinect is no more. We can accept that. But y'all can't accept, but y'all can't stop blowing on them goddamn controllers.
No, Sony can't stop making them bullshit VR headsets.
Yep.
Ain't nobody playing.
You say Kinect is dead, but the VR is dead. The VR died faster than the Kinect.
Mm-hmm.
At least
So
Microsoft
Kinect
paid money
also
off.
opposed the PSVR 1 and
Plus
2
this
headsets
rifle.
combined.
This rifle in Resident Evil is pretty nice.
You playing what, Resident Evil 4? What you playing?
Yeah. Like now you can just headshot motherfuckers and blow up that damn nasty ass fucking whatever that shit is that grows
Oh,
out
did you
their
see they
head.
added those microtransactions?
Oh, yeah, they
to
might have.
Resident Evil
I
4?
ain't paid attention to that shit yet.
I wonder if you
that's
can
for
use
those.
those in a regular game, or is it just for the mercenaries?
Nah, I think the microtransaction is probably for both because that's how I see it. Like they use the same currency, so I don't see why they wouldn't allow you to do it for both. I mean, it's just up to you how you want to use it.
Damn,
But it's crazy
Back
to me
it
that
up,
they added
lady.
that shit after the game came out. Though.
You
damn,
did.
Death Mode.
Crazy part.
I
He
shot
said
her in her titty.
He said Heavenly Sword is dead.
Yeah, Heavenly Sword is dead, unfortunately.
And that was a good
Well,
game. I
That
thought
game
it
was
was.
actually really good. Yeah, I liked it too.
I like the
What-
physics and everything in that.
What's
But
up
it's
with
dead.
Heavenly Sword?
It's dead.
Heavenly Sword, yeah.
Sony, all the games that Sony got that's dead that they don't want to revive is in a vault.
Oh, I
Well,
see.
the thing is, Sony ain't got the talent to make the games.
Oh, all right, you son of a bitch. I
Like,
see
Sony
your
ain't got
bitch
no
ass.
studio that's good enough to make Heavenly Sword.
I'm about to turn on the camera, just
You
sit there
did,
and
bitch.
eat some food and stuff on
You
the
go
camera.
night night. Uh,
Yeah, it dead as hell, dog. Dead it in the doorknob. You can't even
Mhm.
turn that thing on. They say you turn on Heavenly Sword, it's gonna go blink, blink, boom, boom, blink, blink, and then cut right back off.
okay. You can't play Heavenly Sword? Why not?
This shit is dead.
I got me a shotgun.
Hmm.
Anybody down here?
And plus, the PlayStation fanboys ain't gonna play Heavenly Sword anyway. That's too much gameplay for them.
Go to sleep, bitch.
That game had a nice
They ain't
look,
got no
didn't
quick time events. They can't play that.
it?
Ooh, nasty. Blew that motherfucker up. Ooh, shit. Yuck. Yuck. It's fucking gross. Blew that motherfucker's stomach up and that nasty ass shit came out of him.
What do you mean Xbox have the
Gotta
same
take 2 shotgun shots to
controller
get rid
battery?
of that shit.
Listen here.
That's a real
A,
STD for that ass.
I'd rather have the battery than that bullshit
Oh shit.
rechargeable battery pack lithium battery that Sony had that dies.
Yeah, that shit is trash, bro.
I don't understand how you got
Like they
that.
use the same bullshit battery for fucking the Elite Edition that they use for the fucking um for
I think they actually use a
the
smaller
regular
battery for
controller.
them.
That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, they
You
use
know
a
what's
smaller
funny
How you
battery.
though?
do that?
Yeah,
You,
smaller
you know
battery.
what's funny? If you go in any PlayStation people crib or whatever, which I have a brother-in-law,
Who the
uh,
fuck is
uh,
shooting arrows,
my
man?
sister husband and stuff, they
You
always have
bitch
a
ass
controller
nigga.
plugged up to their PlayStation, whether if they're playing it or not. That's sad. So that means you can't leave your controller unplugged without the battery going dead, and you not even got the console on. That's sad. It is very sad. Yes, I do enjoy my battery because I can unplug my cord and play off my battery pack. Y'all can't.
Yo, this motherfucker.
Our battery pack lasts longer than y'all. That's sad. Then y'all gonna get a scuffed controller where y'all switch out on the button and stuff, and that battery life even
Oh, that's a
shorter.
bomb.
So
Don't
why
want to
is
touch
that?
that.
I'm just saying, why is that? Why y'all battery is like that? Why y'all battery life sucks? See, you can't talk about our battery when our battery life is longer than y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you think about it, it comes out to the same because the PlayStation controller costs more.
Yeah.
So you pay 50 something for the Xbox controller. You pay
No,
about
I'm talking about the
almost
battery
80
life.
for the PlayStation controller. So it comes out to about be the same.
Not that
You
loud.
talking?
We talking about the battery life. They battery life is shorter than ours.
No,
It's
no.
much
Yeah,
shorter than
yeah.
ours.
That's for sure. But
I mean,
damn,
that's
what
what
the
they talking
fuck?
about. It's too short. It doesn't make no sense for your battery life to be that short. Then they give y'all a short cord, charger cord. Don't want no short man. That's bad. That's bad, yo. That's bad.
God damn it!
Our battery, listen here, if our batteries go dead or whatever, we can just switch it out with
Get
another
off of me,
battery,
bitch!
another fully charged battery pack. They can't. They got to plug it up with that short man cord. They got to charge a damn short ass cord to charge it right back up, or you can turn it off.
The fuck is shooting at me now? God damn it! Oh, I see you, bitch. What the fuck? Who shit? You son of a bitch! See, the interesting thing is nowadays they be putting women in the game too. Like they ain't used to do that from before. Blew your fucking head off. Oh, this motherfucker shot the shit out of me. You motherfucker. I'm about to eat this snake over here. Fuck. Let me eat this viper. Okay. Viper, give me some. Ain't got no more vipers? Actually, hold up. Ooh, I'm about to get some raw rifles. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't bring a Crap Gamer name into this because Crap Gamer trying to moonwalk his ass back to the Xbox, so he's not very
Yeah,
reliable
he
for
doing his
y'all.
damnedest though.
Yeah,
I give it
yeah.
that to him. He trying hard. He's like, come on, please, sir, let me back in, sir.
Please,
Said
sir,
them ponies did me dirty, sir.
can I have more? You can't miss the
I'm
Crap Gamer.
fucking loving this rifle right now, yo.
You can't
It's
miss
probably because I'm so
nobody
like
who
I'm
was an
playing this shit
Xbox
like it's
guy.
Halo. I'm playing
Who,
Halo and Resident Evil and shit.
when? Oh hell no!
Yeah. Actually, that made me want to play some Halo, man. I was fucking that shit up yesterday. I was
Oh
getting
my
my ass
god!
whooped a little bit too, man. Fucking team, Jesus Christ. It was fucking pissing me off.
That's what I was looking
You
for.
know me, man. I was getting fucked up with the rockets and the swords. Shit, I was getting mad. Motherfucker was going ham on that shit. I said, God damn. Hey, what's over here? Nothing. All right, nothing. All right, got some money. Nope, nothing here. All right, come on, shorty.
Man, they go to all the Xbox channels. They name it E-Rock. Goddamn.
Oh, they got all that shit up there. Okay. Yo, I just killed the dude with the fucking the leather what's that shit? He wore that
What
cloak
game you
and
playing?
shit. Resident Evil. The motherfucker eye. I killed the dude and took his eyeball and shit. Not too long ago.
Man,
I
I
had to
don't even
fight this
remember that.
dude in like a
I don't even
barn or
remember
some
that.
shit. Yeah, I barely remember it too. Like I remember it, but I like it was like, oh, this is kind of familiar because I didn't really beat Resident Evil 4 that many times. I think I beat it twice, and I beat it
Yo,
both times. I think I beat it both times on the GameCube. I didn't really play it on PlayStation or like I have it on Xbox, but I didn't play it that way. Come on, shorty. Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit. You did, son of a bitch. I'm gonna raise this up.
hey, if Starfield look better and run better on PC, I hope you got the PC to go play it because all you're going to do is contribute to Microsoft Pockets. Shit, go play that motherfucker on PC. I
Yep.
ain't gonna tell you don't. Go on play that shit on
That's what Microsoft wants you to do. That's why they put the shit on PC.
yeah, like
And
you
what
said.
the? Hey,
Oh
you
See,
sound
shit.
stupid as fuck.
y'all say things as if it's an insult and it's not. I don't understand that. Like, you're supposed to be insulting us, but you're not doing a very good job at that. Like,
Like he's saying they run better on PC, but it's not gonna be running on the PS5 at all. So
he said PC because it got a P in it. That's the closest they can get
Oh
to a
shit.
PlayStation
Did I
5.
shoot her?
I know, right?
Damn. I shot her by accident, motherfucker. That was a good headshot, but that's not who I wanted to kill. God damn it.
Come
So
on up,
you killed the
PC.
president's daughter. The little eagle has been slaughtered. Ah,
I don't mind. I don't mind if it runs better on the PC. That have nothing to do with me. I mean, of course, if you have a PC with that's good enough to run it, and if you do, you also realize that you have to optimize that. But go ahead, have fun with that. Let me know how you make out on that PC. Let me know how you make
hey
out on it.
man. Listen, I was trying to play Dark Tide, man. That shit is yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
it's
Like
saying,
I
not a
said,
bad game when it works though, but it did have some
nah, like
issues.
Dark Tide on PC is all right, but it's not optimized for controller. So unless you're playing on mouse and keyboard, you're gonna find that shit frustrating as hell.
Say it again, Def Mobile. Sing that song that Boys the Men sang. I'm doing just fine, getting along very well without you ponies in our life. We don't need y'all in our life. Ooh, we're just fine. We are doing just fine. You know what I'm saying? We good over here.
Where
We
is this
eating.
going?
And guess what? Y'all gonna be playing another Microsoft game. It's called Call of Duty. So it's okay. It's all right. We're not mad about that. Now that's a low ball. That's a low ball, Duff Mobile. That's a low ball right there. How dare you ask them, are they playing a game that you play on their platform? How dare you do that? You know they don't play their games. That's wrong. See now you're nitpicking. You gonna have them damn ponies run out there and kill themselves. That's bad. That's bad when you got multiple consoles and
Come
you're
on,
an
get the fuck
Xbox
off me,
guy
bro.
and you play the games that they don't play on their own console. And you ask them about it and they don't play it. That's embarrassing. That's really embarrassing. How you got a PlayStation 5? You got an Xbox dude, they got a PlayStation 5, and he played the game that y'all refuse to play. How? That doesn't even make sense to me. Y'all got game, but y'all don't want to play it. Now I'm pretty sure that they probably turned on The Last of Us, started it, moved around, then cut it right the fuck off and ain't never go back to it. Then said,
I
fuck
don't
it, I
know.
know what I'm gonna do.
Ain't no
I'm gonna
way they
play that
played that
game.
shit as bad as that shit was.
Oh hell, see? They're gonna say, I know
Especially
what to
on
do.
PC, yo, that shit
I
was
know what to
trash.
do. I'm gonna just go over there to the Xbox guy and pick with them about the game that they don't have, even though we don't play the game that we say we have. That's the glory of the hallelujah that we don't even play. Does that make sense? You come over here and complain, and well, that's what it is. You really know you're complaining, or you think you're coming at us about us not having no game or the game that we do have. That you hate Game Pass. You don't like this. You don't like that about the Xbox, but you don't play the game that you got. You cut it on.
All right,
You
shorty.
play it about 5 or 15.
That's what's
I
up.
mean, matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a credit. I'm gonna give y'all more credit. You play about 20 minutes, 20 to 40 minutes of that game. You cut it off. You go to YouTube and you watch somebody else on YouTube beat the game and end it. Then say, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna go pick with the Xbox guy." I don't
Yeah,
understand that.
yeah. So
I
demanding.
don't understand that. Who does that? And you call yourself a gamer? What gamer does that? What gamer turn on a game, plays it for about 20
You know, I
to
could see
40
myself
minutes,
playing this shit again.
cut it
This
off,
is kind of fun,
and
yo.
get mad at the Xbox? What gamer sit up there and say Microsoft stole that game from us and y'all not going to play it?
Can I climb up
Where
here?
they
Oh,
do that at?
oh
Please tell me.
yeah, climb up here, girl.
Cause if y'all had Redfall, y'all won't even play Redfall. Y'all not gonna play Redfall if y'all had it. Y'all not
Yo,
gonna play on Starfield if y'all had that.
did you
Hell
did you
no,
did
not
you
Of
did you
course
Starfield,
not.
watch the
man.
game?
They
Did you
didn't even
watch the
play
game?
Deathloop or Ghostwire. They didn't play none of
You
that.
watched the gameplay flip that I sent?
I did. I seen it.
Yeah.
I
So you
watched
can see how like the motherfuckers was trash, but the game actually still looked fun.
it. Right.
They just was terrible at it.
So, somebody earlier said they probably play IGN. Microsoft let IGN show the gameplay, get exclusive right to show the gameplay, and IGN said, "No, we need the worst copy of it."
Listen,
So
they
they can show
they
the worst copy of it.
I
nah,
just
they
Of
could
the
have
somebody
been
that
gameplay.
don't
worse.
know how to
They could
play.
have been
That's it.
worse. It was bad, but it could have been worse. Like they could have literally just ran around in a circle, like a damn spinning top. But I mean, it was damn near close, but it wasn't. It wasn't that bad. Like I just didn't know what the fuck they was trying to do. Like what was they trying to accomplish? Like they wasn't fucking
Shit,
looking
they
at none
didn't
of
know
the
what they
stuff.
was trying to do.
They were
They
getting
just
fucked
Nah,
up. I know that. What was
running
playing that
around like
game?
some fucking idiots.
Yeah, whoever
yeah,
had that.
like my man was
And
like,
listen here. And we know it was somebody from IGN that was playing that game. There wasn't nobody
oh,
Xbox that was playing that game. There was IGN that got the copy, that played that game, and that's all they did. To make it look bad.
That's why I
nah.
wish these developers would
Listen,
start, showcasing their own games and fuck all that IGN shit, man. Especially if they
like
gonna
look,
play it like that.
Right.
Like, if you can't
But
play it right, then don't play shit at all.
hold on. Bungie is
like,
making a new Killzone. Listen here.
like this is the thing. I didn't understand
I
what they were
hope,
trying to do though. That's the
I
thing.
hope and
Like,
pray that Sony, Bungie make a good Killzone game for y'all. I'm praying that. But see,
yeah,
here's the problem that y'all gonna have. Even if I have a Killzone game with an online components, it's gonna suck. Your online infrastructure is fucked.
Yeah, it is true. Yeah.
Soon as you go online with that, your console gonna crash. How you make a game, an exclusive game from Sony, and it crash the console? I'm just saying, I understand third party, but your exclusive, come on. As powerful as the PlayStation 4 was supposed to be, y'all had more game crashing than y'all was playing. Maybe that's why y'all said, fuck it. I'm not gonna play the game. How y'all get update that crashes your console? So think about it. You're talking about PlayStation had 45 million PlayStation console out there, and how many of them crashed from an update? I'll wait.